Alyssa, thank you very much, and welcome once again, everyone, to the 2026 NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Man, have we been blessed with great weather and another gorgeous night. Temperature 80 degrees as we get set for what feels like a final series. It is prime time, Omaha, and two of the premier programs in college baseball. Both Georgia and Texas had championship aspirations when this season and this series started. Well, tonight, those will live on for one and die for another. That's what we are looking at as you take a look at the two teams down on the field. We are down to our final five, and think about it, West Virginia and Carolina got a rematch tomorrow at 2. Had there not been a few errors by West Virginia, they could have been in the catbird seat that the Tar Heels find themselves in. And Oklahoma has already said they're starting another freshman in the game tomorrow night at 7 Eastern time. Welcome, everybody. We'll hear from our rules analyst, Scott Klein, in just a bit whenever is necessary. Chris Budden is on the field. We got Berkey, KP, and I'm Carl Ravitch. And again, we are fortunate. This does feel like a final series when, in fact, it's an elimination game.
Yeah, it does. You got the SEC regular season, postseason champs against a Texas team that has been top 5 the entire season. And one of them's going home tonight.
Yeah, one of them's going home. It feels like both these teams could still win the national championship. That's because they are loaded with star power. But there has been one star who has shined the brightest here in Omaha so far, and he plays shortstop for the Longhorns. His name is Adrian Rodriguez. They call him A-Rod, and he has been on a serious heater here in Omaha, really the entire postseason. 18 for 27 in the NCAA tournament, 7 for 8 here in Omaha. And oh, by the way, he went 5 for 5 and hit for just the 3rd cycle in the history of this great event the last time he took the field. Jerry Kendall, Christian Moore, and now Adrian Rodriguez finds himself on that list.
Yeah, he's got great numbers, 11 for 16 since the Supers, where we saw him when he was a hero there. And speaking of numbers, nobody has put up the numbers that Daniel Jackson has all year long, although here, 1 for 10. Now, last night we were reminded with a one hit what he's capable of.
He can do some damage. We saw it last night. Got into one about 440 to left center. And that got Georgia back within 1. For Daniel Jackson, he's got a chance to win the SEC Triple Crown. He's got a real chance to win the Golden Spikes, which is the National Player of the Year. So home run early and came up late. Breaking ball up in the zone, flew out with 2 guys on, and the look on the face says it all. He's got another chance tonight. I can promise you he'll be ready.
He'll be ready. We know the other 2 teams who are battling tonight are looking back on this entire season and woke up this morning and realized it all could end tonight. None of them want that to happen. It is Texas, it is Georgia, and it's all on the line in a win or go home game.
Welcome back to the Men's College World Series. Texas head coach Jim Schlossnagle has made it here to Omaha 8 times, and he's done it with 3 different teams. He's racked up over 1,000 wins, but he's yet to win that elusive national championship. He's come close a couple years ago when he was with Texas A&M, was in a Game 3 in the Champ Series. I sat down with Schloss to pick his brain about what a national championship would mean, and his answer was interesting, that all of this is more than just a job.
This is the golden age of college baseball. And once you get here, you understand why it's so important.
And Coastal's going to the championship series. The end of the road for TCU.
I think about winning a national title every day.
And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
This is my life's work. This is not an occupation to me. Everybody who's won one has told me, yeah, the next day you're still back to work, but I'd like to have that feeling.
So in all those years here, he's racked up 18 wins here at the Men's College World Series. That's 3rd most without a championship. He would need a win tonight to get one step closer.
Thanks very much, KB. He tells the story, too, when he was a player and thought about perhaps, continuing his career on the field wearing a uniform. He was told by a coach, I don't know if this is going to work out. And then he decided to get into education, taught kindergarten for a while, but also at the same time was encouraged to pursue coaching because of what he can do. What makes him so special, boys?
I think his feel for the game. I mean, it's one thing to build a roster and get a great coaching staff, but he has a feel for the game that is elite.
He's got a left-hander, too, that he relies on. And honestly, this whole team does. Last 2 years, Luke Harrison's been in a starting rotation. A senior, it's not overwhelming stuff. It's a fastball right around 90. Cutter, 2 different breaking balls, but a guy that has been in the arena plenty. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're comfortable with Luke Harrison out there tonight. He's not going to overwhelm you, but ultimately he's going to keep you in the ballgame.
Well, Max Weiner, the great pitching coach for the Longhorns, I spent about 10 minutes with talking about Harrison. He is the unquestioned leader of the team, not just the staff, the team. As we take a look at the Bulldogs batting order, it is brought to you by Capital One.
Well, Luke Harrison, leader of this Longhorn team. Trey Phelps is the leader of this Bulldog team. They gained their confidence for him, and right now he has been struggling in the NCAA tournament. You see that 136 average. They are hoping he can catch fire because they have a different swagger when he's playing at a high level.
Yeah, struggle bus 1 for 9 with a walk and 2 Ks. And he'll be followed by Jackson and Lujo as we get set for the first pitch of this must-win ball game. Sun's still a problem out there in left field. It's been that way every night game we've started, and we start with a strike. It's Anthony Pack Jr. who's in left field, and he is the one most impacted by the sun early in this one. Phelps chases. He lost the bat there for a second, and for a kid that plays with all sorts of swagger, when you're 1 for 9, it's hard to muster that up. Thought maybe last night when he got his first hit that would turn the tide for him. 0-2 lifts one out of play on the first base side.
You see Texas staying all fastballs up in the zone. That's the place where you can find some success against Trey Phelps, and the barrel has just been a little sloppy on its way to the hitting zone. See him swinging underneath a lot of pitches.
Harrison, 6'2", 220, delivers, and he starts off with a strikeout. And that brings us to the best player in college baseball this season. And you take a look at what Daniel Jackson has done with all of his homers. It's equal opportunity. If you're looking for a souvenir in left, you could get one. Center, sure. Right, absolutely. He can go foul pole to foul pole with his prodigious power. 32 homers, 87 runs batted in. And an off speed to get ahead, and he just missed that last opportunity last night, boys.
Yes, he did.
On the heels of hitting the ball 447 feet, he almost did it again.
So 1 for 10, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Harrison, who is a 6-pitch pitcher, fires 0-1. It's 0-2.
You've seen 3 of them already. Fastballs to Phelps, breaking ball to start here, then a changeup right there to Jackson to get him 0-2.
Borba and Adrian Rodriguez on the left side. Becerra, Larson on the infield on the other. And that is a great start for Luke Harrison. He has punched out Phelps and now Jackson.
Pretty good cutter to finish, but watch how it's set up. It was the changeup before, so slow him down, speed him up. Changeup before. See him get all the way out in front, pronate, get that ball down and away, and then the cutter at 91, and that's kind of his happy zone. Is that cutter? He gets through, releases, has good velocity, cuts in on Jackson. 2 straight strikeouts to start for Harrison.
And the 3-hole hitter is Rylan Luho, 3 for 9, having a good series. And he swings at the first one. 8 pitches, 8 strikes. What a start for Harrison, who has come out of the bullpen and had to come in the supers when Cozart wasn't feeling well. Found out it was a case of food poisoning, so he struggled in the last outing, and then they brought Harrison in, and he was a hero again.
Yeah, 3 of his last 4 appearances have been out of the bullpen, and we've seen a few of them. The stuff hasn't been as sharp as we've seen tonight.
It's pretty good early.
Yeah.
Slider, which we have seen, is his swing and miss pitch, about 39% miss rate.
Outside.
2-1. I mean, that says a lot, isn't it, KP, when Max Wiener says that Luke Harrison is the best leader I've ever been around, college or Major League Baseball.
That says a fair amount. Yeah.
And I said words. He said words, physical, empathetic, supportive.
That's why that trust factor is so high when he's out there.
2-1, another one out of play.
It's also why in the postseason they were comfortable using him kind of wherever. I mean, kept him in the bullpen, bring him in, like wherever you need somebody, they know that he's going to be ready to go.
KP, he's almost not on the rubber to start, but then watch, when he goes to throw this pitch, his left foot comes all the way off of the slab. Watch this. He's going to throw this pitch without being engaged with the rubber.
Don't get him in trouble.
He starts
now.
his move. Well, it is what it is. Look at that.
He's there.
Where is there?
He's got to clip a piece. He clipped a piece. He's fine.
He's bringing get to the edge of the rubber. He's bringing that to an extreme.
A nibbler both at the plate and on the rubber.
Yes.
My man is over there.
The 3-2. Did he go? He did. Wow, what a great start for Harrison. He gets Phelps, he gets Jackson, and he throws it at 95 to blow away Luho. Super Regional Game 2 started beautifully for Aiden Robbins and Carson Tinney. They both went yard back to back, and they do it again here as we continue at the World Series. Top 2 teams from the SEC meeting for the first time all year. Ball is pulled down the line. This one has some carry on it. Oh my goodness, a terrible mistake. And the nightmare continues for the Horns. It is 7-1 Bulldogs. 0-2 to Becerra. He got him, and what a way to end it. And a complete game for the Georgia win. Yeah, a little bit of an adjective. Texas got Volchkode the other night. I mean, 15 strikeouts. And then they bounced back big yesterday with a 14-2 win over Alabama. And it is now time to look at the Longhorns batting order, feeling a lot better about themselves. It's brought to you by Capital One. There's been a change there. At some point, Adrian Rodriguez is raising his hand in the classroom. And you got to say, okay, you're going to move up a little bit, and the other guys who aren't hitting are going to move down a little bit.
Well, the damage has all been done there right in the middle. Robbins and Tinney will get going, you know that. But the guys in the middle have really carried the load here so far in Omaha.
Well, I'm going to face a right-hander with a real fastball. It's essentially, not essentially, it is 2 pitches. It's fastball slider. That's what you're going to see tonight. Fastball's mid-90s, slider upper 80s. For Vignew, one goes right, one goes left. And that's, from a scouting report standpoint, what Texas is going to look at. He struggled a little bit, though. The last 3 or 4 times out, had a great season. The last couple turns have not been great.
Out of Leominster, Massachusetts, and went to Michigan. And here he is on the mound for Georgia in a must-win game. He starts Robbins up with a strike. It's 0-1 to Aiden, who's had, along with Tinney, a terrific season. 24 homers, 64 RBI, but he swings at one out of the zone. It's 0-2. Oh boy, what a great pitch there, a slider, and that is his go-to pitch. He's either getting swings and misses or guys are burying it in the ground.
Well, and he gets 0-2. He adds depth, too. I mean, the second one was more side to side. Now he gets 0-2, and watch the down on this slider. Gets over the top. Robbins out in front. Everything moving away from him. Quick start for Dylan Vignew.
The number 2 hitter on the team is Carson Tinney. He's the terrific catcher who is 0 for 4 hitless here, but he's gotten on via 5 walks. And that's ball 1. Lineup construction in the recent past has changed dramatically with who you use as your number 2 hole hitter.
Yeah, a little different than the old back control days.
2-0. He has terrific exit velocity. He is a guy that hits it as hard as anybody in college baseball. I mean, you got 2 of these guys, both behind the plate tonight. This is a terrific matchup of great catchers. And Jackson and this guy Tinney, who gets one to hit and beats it up the middle. And that's your first hit of the night off the bat of Carson Tinney, and his first hit at the World Series. Dad very pleased to see that. And there is Wes, who again, like a conductor behind his scoreboard and his book and whatever else is in those notes of his. Comfortable with Vignew, but a short leash, obviously, in a game in which you've got to win. And here comes one of the fantastic freshmen of the year. In fact, the best freshman of the year in college baseball, Anthony Pack Jr. Likes to go the other way with it. Slider in there for a strike.
But something to watch in this ball game. They really exposed Pack in the last matchup on breaking balls inside under his hands. So it'll be interesting to see the cat and mouse to see if Pack has made any adjustments this time around.
Tinney double figures in stolen bases. That one's just a little bit down. 1 ball, 1 strike. In fact, the first 6 in the Longhorn batting order, as you see Tinney with 10 of 11, the first 6 in the batting order all have double digits in steals this season.
Outside.
Well, and you can credit all that to Schloss. He is as good, if not the best guy in the country at picking counts, finding subtleties within pitchers' tells and within pitching coaches' tells for how they like to pick and when they like to pick. And most of the time when he runs, he's got something.
2-2.
You know, Jim Schlossnagle had noticed something different out of Pack the last couple of days, that he normally walks around with his chest out with a lot of confidence, and he didn't see that from him. So before the last game, he said, listen, just shake off whatever has happened in your last couple at-bats. I want you to walk out there with confidence, hit a home run that game.
I love it. Lakeisha Anthony watching their son as well. Dig it in, and he takes the ball. Interesting, isn't it, that the body language we've heard about Trey Phelps, which we talked about, and here's another coach observing one of his star players' body language.
Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And when it ain't going great, you got to still bring good vibes.
3-2. Tinney goes. That's outside. Ball 4.
That's a nice guy to have up with 2 on.
A guy that is as hot as anybody, Adrian Rodriguez. However, the idea that there's been a single from Tinney and now a walk to Pack Vigu has had those games in which the control has not been sharp. But the table is set for Adrian Rodriguez, who has found the table set to his liking. 7 for 8, 7 RBI, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, hit for the cycle, and we are going to have a little meeting on how to deal with this guy.
We get somebody up in the pen too, boys.
Yeah, this is early. There's a lot going on early.
Bird is up, and again, given the history with Vigu and all that's on the line tonight, as early as it is, I don't think it's a huge surprise.
Justin Bird is their closer.
I get it.
I mean, it's that tells you the way the whole night's going to go right now. High leverage, we're going with our best, and some of this is just based on the last couple of weeks with Vigu. I mean, he had a sub-3 ERA until about 3 weeks ago, and then it spiked over the last few. He can find it, but they're not going to wait to see if he does.
Take a look at A-Rod's numbers just yesterday alone, 5 for 5 with the cycle. A lot of people did a lot of reading online if they weren't watching the game. Initially, the triple was ruled a single with a 2-base error, and they changed it later. 94 right there. It's 0-2.
Nice job there by Vigu, hopping right back into the count. The one thing with Vigu, it's over 50% ground ball rate. So he's going to get some ground balls throughout the course of this ball game, and if he gets one at an infielder, they might be trotting off the field here real quick.
He does get a lot of ground balls on that slider. Can he get one here? No, but that's a good spoil by Rodriguez, the shortstop. Moved up because of just how good he has been, and a chance for an early statement for a team that got just destroyed by Georgia a few days ago on Saturday. Tinney leads off second. Pack Jr. with great speed leads off first. And Vigu looks at an 0-2, and that's out of play.
This is one thing we saw from him last week in the Super Regional. He is really dialed in with 2 strikes right now, and the ball is just getting so deep. I'm actually a little surprised Georgia's outfield isn't even more slanted towards the left side of the field, because he's going to just pepper the left side of the field with foul balls till he finds one.
Well, and that's why I think you're going to see a breaking ball around his back foot right now. He is comfortable trying to take it the other way.
Hitting 230 with 2 strikes, and he reaches out, touches one to center field. Lujo is over. He's there. Tinney will tag and head to third, and he will get there.
Well, there it was, KP. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough, right? And a different look. A nice job there by Vigu of settling in, because, again, the ball can get scattery on him. But that was a big-time at-bat right there by the Georgia right-hander.
Scattery.
Yeah, scattery.
We got a new one.
It's like prospecting.
It's the same family.
Just add an E to it. It works.
Can they get a big hit from Ethan Mendoza, who's the designated hitter? And given the fastballs, he is a little bit better than he is against breaking balls. And Pack will just go to second without even a throw. And now a single is going to score 2, and that is one of the telltales of Schloss's team this year.
Taking a page out of West Virginia's book right there. Just take off and run. Trying to see if you get a balk. Yeah. It was a good job there. You didn't get one.
First one of Mendoza lands at 95.
It's funny how teams only do that in first and third, but the guy seems to make it without even being a close play ever, regardless. But nobody wants to try it without a guy at third.
255 hitter against breaking balls for a guy that throws a lot of good sliders. There's one, and he swings right past it.
I know they got Bird up. The stuff is good. The stuff is very good early for Vigu.
2 strikes on Mendoza. Oh, boy, that one was a little bit more of the plate.
Yeah, that was an opportunity right there. Mendoza did a nice job of going down to get it. Just barely clipped the bottom of it.
He's thrown 8 straight strikes to Mendoza out of Bedford, Texas, by way of Arizona State. And he chased. Good job, Vigu, to get out of it. And a threat averted. The Longhorns cannot come up with a big hit in the first.
Kind of feels like we're going to have a good one tonight, gents. Strike out the side in the first on one side, and Vigu breaks out his best slider right here to end the inning. His scoreless first on a perfect night in Omaha.
NCAA Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. But you hear Country Roads, sort of the music bed underneath you. You almost want to sing the read. Thankfully, thankfully, no, I don't
Good
think
choice.
that would be fair to people. Exactly. Harrison gets ahead of Michael O'Shaughnessy. Big Mike, of course, had that spectacular, memorable day in which he batted for Phelps, who was suspended with a couple of homers. It's not been great since then. And that is a strike. It's 0-2, 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts. There's a few guys who are, as you would say, due.
Yeah, there's some due factor going on with this Georgia team right now, hitting under 200 in their first 2 games here in Omaha.
Harrison ready on an 0-2, comes inside, got him on the elbow, and that's a mistake. A head 0-2 and a hit batter. Well, Schloss apparently didn't hear anything, so he wants to take a look at it.
Texas is challenging the hit by pitch. The play's under review.
Kind of an early one, and both the umpire and O'Shaughnessy indicated they knew that there was some contact.
Scotty, what do you got here? Scott Klein?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's frozen in the box. It's off that arm guard. This will be confirmed.
Yeah, there's no move there, is there?
No.
Towards the ball?
I feel like it. Definitely hit it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Well, it hit his armor, but yes.
It seems to count now.
Apparently. They're going to lose one of their challenges here in the top of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, you wonder, was it a challenge that he didn't think it hit him or that he thought he moved into it?
I think it was
we're
the
not
second.
sure, but
I would assume it was
Yeah,
he moved
it was the
into it,
second.
but
clearly hit him. Yeah, that's early to lose one. The run probability, though, with getting the leadoff hitter on is valuable.
After review, the call is confirmed. The batter was hit by the pitch. There was no intent. Texas has 1 challenge remaining.
yeah, the amazing part of the Bulldogs, and probably more so the pitchers on the other side, 10 times with 2 strikes guys have been hit. I get going inside, but you're ahead 0-2. And now the leadoff man is aboard for one of the better hitters that we've seen in the postseason. And here, 4 for 7, Kenny Ishikawa. Swings at the first one, though, and pops it straight up in the air. And Pendergrass is coming in. He's still coming in, and maybe it's an indication that the wind is not blowing out tonight, fellas. It's coming in.
Yeah, blowing straight in. That ball came back a good 30 feet on Pendergrass out there in center field.
Funny, we've arrived and seen the flags very still, and within minutes of the game starting, it's like fans get turned on in one direction or the other, and tonight they seem to be blowing in. Ryan Wynn with a couple of hits in the World Series. Bats next, and the breaking pitch misses. This one is going to go to the seats on the first base side. There is a ton of room for those just watching your first College World Series in this clash of titans between Georgia and Texas. Charles Schwab Field in downtown Omaha. And you see as much space as you'll find basically anywhere when it comes to foul ground. We have seen over the years a number of pop-ups in foul territory that have not been able to have been caught. It has generally led to big and bad things happening to the team that doesn't catch it.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of being prepared to play at a high level defensively here. Your corner outfielders, your corner infielders, sometimes your middle guys have to go make plays side to side.
Harrison looking for a ground ball with one out. That one is high. 2-2. Elimination game. Bullpens will be very active and very early to avoid a big inning by an offense. The winner will play again tomorrow against Oklahoma, who is 2-0. Whoever wins has to beat the Sooners twice. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. He's got 4.
Back with a curveball right there, too. Stole a strike with a cutter early, and then you could see this one a different shape, different velocity for Harrison. Spins one right here, and he gets Wynn all the way out in front. 3 strikeouts in the first, now 1 here in the second.
Two down for Brennan Hudson, the first baseman. He is 2 for 7 as the throw nearly got away from Ashton Larson.
O'Shaughnessy does not have a stolen base attempt this year. I don't. Get that dude. The guy standing at home plate. Go get him.
Second baseman is about 10 feet onto the grass. Becerra as the next one breaks, but it breaks high.
Well, especially when you talk about KP focusing all your energy on the hitter. Brennan Hudson has been fantastic for the Bulldogs. 2 more hits last night, including a home run. He has been their best hitter in the postseason.
22 homers on the year, but right by him. A little deceptive pitching tonight to start for Luke Harrison. Hudson followed by Branch if they can get there. O'Shaughnessy still at first after getting hit by the pitch. 1-1 late break, and that lands for a strike.
Tenney stole one there too. That was in the inside part of the play, but a good job of letting that ball travel. That one you don't want to go get. Let it get all the way into you, catch it as deep as you can, and now Harrison at a 1-2 advantage.
For all the homers, and they're on a virtual record-setting pace that Georgia has hit. A lot of people will point to Foley Field and say, well, that's a big reason. That's a part of the reason. This is a team that got guys hit it out of any ballpark, and this is one. Will not chase on a good take. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, their home run rate on the road is not as high, but it is not far off. They hit home runs everywhere they go. They hit 3 last night.
Yep.
Just unfortunately for them, nobody was on base when they did.
He chased, and how about it? 5 of the first 6 outs have been via the strikeout by Luke Harrison. He has punched out 5. What a start. Longhorns had a chance in the first. See what happens when they come up in the second.
We're going to stick to what we do. This team has the most courage in the country.
Have you ever hit for the cycle before in your life?
Maybe when I was in T-ball.
A-Rod is red hot. The identity of Georgia, good pitching and long balls, and they know it. You know, they went into the portal. They always are trying to get some guys that can get on for the power hitters, but this year's been defined by the long balls. This one is off the end of the bat to right field, and coming in and making a heck of a play in right field is Ryan Black.
I don't think he got a great read on this one, boys, and we've talked about the wind. The ball is dying in the outfield tonight. Sierra Black kind of hesitates early, but fortunately, he's got the athleticism to close on that baseball. Look at the length and athleticism. Get that forward body lean. Keep your eyes and nose on the baseball. Great job of finishing that thing off after what was not a great start.
Larson squares, pulls back, strike 1 from Vigneault. And you've been in this situation before, Berkey. You're 0 for whatever. You hit a ball like that. You see the guy get a late break. You're thinking, now got. Becerra's now 0 for 9 at the World Series. And that's another strike.
Sometimes the game goes your way. Sometimes it kicks you in the shins, Carl.
Yep. They kick you in other places, too, if things are really going bad. He chased in the dirt, got away. Throw to first, another strikeout. That is his 3rd of the night. For the latest news, insight, in-depth analysis for the 2026 College World Series, visit NCAA.com, your official online home for all NCAA championships.
What do we got there?
No, that was definitely for a player,
yeah,
I'm sure.
3 in a row. I haven't seen that from the Texas fans this year.
Cozart, maybe? No, it was red.
What do we got there, KP?
A bad idea.
This is Borba. Hey, watch out. Four for one sale? I mean,
maybe it was just like burnt orange hair.
Some of those
Is it
were
just
free.
the color?
That may be the color.
I would hope they were free.
They were just giving those away.
You take these.
So Anthony Pack Jr.'s dad was on the bus. He was on the way down here. He was trying to get everybody fired up. Don't assume that he was handing those out, but he was the guy that was trying to get this group fired up. Vigu is trying to make sure that doesn't happen as we're in the bottom of the second of a must-win game and a 2-1 pitch. That has been really good. There's some Volchko in that.
Yeah, there's some real side to side on that breaking ball. And what you said about Volchko, he's landing it on that edge of the plate consistently, just like Volchko did the other night.
The difference with Vigu is Volchko, everything went gloves up. So fastball cut, slider cut. For Vigu, it's real two-seamer, slider off of it. So, I mean, you got to think about east-west consistently with him because he can go both ways.
Still very encouraging, even though we're only in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Since May, Vigu's ERA is 10.69. And that's going to be a hit in a left field by Casey Borba, his second at the World Series.
And he is throwing breaking ball after breaking ball, and we've seen him miss wide. This is one of the few that he's just kind of hung out over the plate. Eventually, you throw a pitch with similar shape enough, and these Texas hitters are going to hunt it out and make you pay for a mistake. Nice job there by Borba.
That gets us to Darian Pendergrass. This is a late addition, just showed up in the wintertime, and he wasn't inserted into center field as they try to figure out the best lineup configuration in the outfield late in the season.
Outside.
He takes 1 for ball 1. Ultimately, with him in center, it moved Robbins to right. Robbins came to Texas thinking he was going to be the everyday center fielder, but when Pendergrass showed up and Schlossnagle presented the idea, Robbins was all about it, realizing that may be our best chance to do this, get to the World Series. 1-1.
You see Schloss over there putting on the signs. He's, let's just say, very involved in Mr. Pendergrass's at-bats.
Outside.
There's been a lot of conversation about Schloss and his sign giving from other coaches, from the 2 guys to my right here in this booth.
It's interesting, KP. It's been almost all sinkers away here to Pendergrass.
That's been all. Yeah. 4 in a row.
Vigu's 2-2. This ball is lifted down the line, but it's going to get to the seats and it'll be foul. I mentioned being inserted late. This is just the 20th game that Pendergrass has played, only the 15th game that he has started. Sub 200 batting average. Trying to keep this inning going with Borba at first. Nope, not there. That's the 4th strikeout for Vigu. We've got 9 strikeouts in this game through 2 innings as Vigu and Harrison have been the early stars.
Slider right here. Get over the top, hammer that thing down for Vigu. 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second. 2 scoreless in Omaha as we head to the 3rd.
College World Series. Beautiful night here in Omaha. Wes Johnson wasn't happy with the way that his boys swung the bat yesterday, so they had 2 hitting sessions today, earlier in the morning and then right before the game, where they didn't actually even show up here until 50 minutes before the game. And a lot of it was that he's noticed our guys are pressing, that they're not relaxing, particularly Trey Phelps. They had a big conversation with him of, listen, I need you to be you and stop putting too much pressure. So he said, if you notice, I'll probably stand next to him before he goes up and tell him, I just want you to dance, just have some fun today.
It's always a very interesting part of coaching, and you as a hitter, so you recognize that a player might be pressing, and then you tell him, we kind of know you're pressing, but we need you to be you. But you know you're pressing, and we know, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're so aware of what you're doing. Does that help?
I think it does. I think, you know, one of the things, you don't get to this point in the season as a head coach without really knowing your team.
I agree.
And having pushed buttons throughout the course of the year that worked.
0-2 to Branch. He thought about chasing, but he did not.
And these are 2 of the best guys in the business at not doing all the baseball stuff, but managing their players, their emotions, their personalities. And Wes Johnson has a very good read on Trey Phelps. And sometimes you need to be called out. Like, hey, man, you need to start being you a little bit and quit playing so tense.
Yeah, he went quick pitch. That time he did go too far. That's the 6th strikeout for Harrison. And we're in the 3rd.
This is the best he's looked in a while right now, and the stuff is tight. 2 different breaking balls and a cutter. That was the curveball. That had more down to it. You can see the hands go far enough for Colby Branch right there. He's faced 8 guys. He's punched 6 of them out.
Colby Branch has struck out 6 times. He's 0 for 7 in the World Series. Black is the 9-hole hitter. Popped straight up, and a look here for Larson, looking and out of room. You can't give up on a pop foul down the first base side, because it generally will come back towards the field. So Larson ran all the way over there, picked up the shades. That sun is not a factor, as you can see. A beautiful ball field here has no shadows on it. Pitchers duel so far in this must-win game. At the knees. 6 strikeouts, guys. Luke Harrison's high is 10. Came against Alabama this year. We going over 10, sitting here with 6 with 1 out in the 3rd.
I'll take the over.
Yeah, it's mathing that way right now.
Strike 3, make it 7. Black with a perplexed look.
Well, and it's one thing, you hear about Georgia, you think, oh, this slug, yeah, they swing and miss. They were the 4th hardest team to strike out in the SEC this year. This is a team that does not strike out very much. So for him to strike out 7 of the first 9 shows you 2 things. Number 1, Luke Harrison's stuff, it's A+. But this Georgia offense is scuffling right now, just not seeing the baseball well at all.
No. Good news is they like most teams do a lot better their second time through the order. You saw that graphic up there quickly. 283. Next time, having seen him once, 358 with an OPS that goes up 200 points. They shift against Phelps. 3 on the left side of the infield. Kind of quick pitch there, and he missed in. He's done that a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, he'll do that too.
Waited till the end of the pitch clock, and then really quick slide step delivery to the plate.
You mentioned the other night, a very unique batting stance, the way he starts. Was it Kelly or Janikis who also kind of does the same thing? I was watching today.
Yeah, Janicki's more out away from him.
But here, close to his ball, he's here.
Yeah, he's in front. It's right in front of his belt buckle.
Yeah.
And the bat is in front of his face, too. It's just a very unique position to try to start your move from.
Well, Harrison is a strike away from his 8th, and barely did that one not register number 8. And yes, it does. They say he swung and missed it, and they throw to first, and he's out. Luke Harrison has struck out 8 of the first 10 he has faced. And Phelps' nightmare to this World Series continues.
Punched out the side to start. Oh, he's punched out the last 5. This one, an elevated fastball. Luke Harrison with his best stuff, 95 to finish it off right there.
This night here in the nation's heartland, Omaha, Nebraska, with Chris Budden, Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke. I'm Carl Ravitch, and there he is.
There he is.
We got a god in the house, the Greek god of walks, the former Bearcat, Kevin Youkilis is here. He was up and visiting in the booth, and Berkey and Yuka got into a great conversation about it. What sounded like a most amazing game on the Cape. This week at a beach ball, so it allows you to share that story. So Team USA against Cape Cod All-Stars. Give me some of the names in that game.
Yeah, so Mark Pryor started versus Chris Young. Those were the 2 starters. I got to lead off. I was on Team USA playing the Cape Cod All-Stars. Uke was on the All-Star team. I got to lead off the game. I'm not really sure that I saw any of the pitches. Struck out, I think, on, I don't know if I maybe
on
took
2
a ball.
pitches?
Yeah, struck out on 2 pitches. I think it was like 1-1 in the 10th. We called it a tie. No, it was.
Go home.
The pitchers won that night, let's just say. But yeah, Mark Teixeira was hitting third. Ryan Howard was in that game. The LSU middle infield of Ryan Terrio and Mike Fontenot were middle. It was a fun group.
Really good. Good to see you. It's 2-0 here to Robbins, and that is in there for a strike. Uke, like so many others, gets a chance to come over here, but he's here with his son. They're playing one of those youth league tournaments. And Omaha, great at that. Bringing in of the youth leagues. They come and watch these guys play, aspire to be college players. 2-2. Viku fights back.
There's over 500 youth league teams that come in and play in those tournaments. Think about that. How many kids get a chance to see this environment and see where they want to try to get to?
He chased another one. Robbins, big-time struggle. Great job by Vigu. He's got 5 of his own strikeouts.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, okay? It's the east-west combo. So the 2-seamer that goes right, the slider that goes left. Did it, Robbins the first time, just did it again. Finished with that one. Steal a strike there, he'll do the same thing, and then wrap that breaking ball just underneath his feet. It is a straightforward 2-pitch selection for Vigu. That's it. It's 2-seamer slider, but so far, both have been very good.
Tinney.
Outside.
Looks at 1 out. Can you train yourself to recognize spin? Because those aren't landing, at least this inning. They haven't really landed for called strikes if you weren't swinging.
100%. I mean, these are 2 of the best lineups in the country. Both of these teams have proven that they know how to recognize pitches and make good swing decisions. It's maybe 2 lineups that are pressing a little bit. You know, you got some star players that got off to slow starts, and trying to get 5 hits and 1 at bat. But you got to give the pitcher some credit too, even though I'm not really fond of that.
Another one there. You just refuse to. Even Mark Pryor back in the cave.
He was okay.
It feels like you're maturing right now.
Thank
This
you.
is nice.
Big numbers in the tournament as he taps his chest. 1 and 2 to the catcher, Carson Tinney.
There you go, Ralph.
Yep, that was the take.
That is a big boy take. You have to be able to put the brakes on. And you got to get your hands going because he's throwing 95, 96. But when you recognize the spin, you got to be able to shut it down.
The Notre Dame transfer with a hit, single up the middle on a 2-2. Left it out over the middle of the plate, and this one is sent back here into the stands.
Well, and that's the second time we've said that. Mendoza missed an opportunity on a hanging slider. Now Tinney misses an opportunity, and Vigneault has made a couple mistakes, but to this point, Texas has just not really made him pay.
How much of the Volchko outing do they take with him and say, Vigneault, if you can emulate some of those things? I mean, between the two of them, 20 strikeouts of Longhorn hitters. 2-2. And he went down and got it. That's another strikeout. This is crazy, guys. We got 6 on one side and 8 on the other. I'm not sure who the bigger surprise is, because this is not what you would expect from either one of these guys, given their recent track record.
Yeah, I mean, look at Harrison history. You don't think big strikeout. Vigneault recent history. You're not quite sure exactly what you're going to get, but both have been at their best so far tonight.
Junior swings at another one, and yeah, that has been his kryptonite, and it certainly was shown by Volchko underneath the hands.
It's a top to bottom breaking ball that he has trouble with right now.
He hasn't had much trouble at all as a freshman. That one was up, and it goes off the mask of Jackson.
Well, and both these guys, for the most part, have just been living 0-2. So hitters are going up there with no margin for error because the pitchers are just filling it up with quality stuff.
That's a good take by the freshman who, according to all those, walked on campus knowing he belonged. It was Aiden Robbins who took Anthony Pack under his wing. Those two have their own pack. They have run together for quite a big part of this season. 1-2, right there at the bottom, and Vigneault bounces off again. Man, oh man, 7 strikeouts, 15 strikeouts in the game.
That pitching duel we thought we were going to get, right? Here it is. Vigneault, punch out, punch out, punch out to third, back to a breaking ball. Gets Anthony Pack Jr. right there. Scoreless through 3. We come back. Head coach of the Texas Longhorns, Jim Schlossnagle, joins KB.
Coach Interview. It is presented by Orkin, and we go to Chris.
Join now with Jim Schlossnagle as you guys go second time through the order. What adjustments do you want to see at the plate?
We got to quit chasing that breaking ball off the plate, you know, but that was the game plan coming in. He loves to go to it. He throws it off the plate. It's obviously tough to see. But yeah, we have to do a better job of making him throw the ball over the plate.
What's made Harrison's stuff so good tonight?
He's mixing his pitches. He's sinking the ball. He's throwing a little harder than normal. You know, kind of changes his pace. Just typical Luke Knight. So hopefully he can keep going.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Carl?
All right, thank you very much. So there you go. The game plan, let's not chase. Apparently that didn't register.
And it's funny he said it's tough to see. This is one of the better nights
No
to
doubt.
see in this ballpark. It hasn't been crazy shadows. But, you know, the the hitter's eye is a little bright. I get that, but it's certainly been worse.
Careful here for Jackson. First one is too far inside. The last 10 combined outs in this game have been strikeouts, 5 by each team.
Did he say typical Luke Harrison night, 8 Ks through 10?
Outside?
I think it was more the process versus the outcome. We've heard a lot about the typical process. The outcome, we're not going to.
It's a typical Sandy Koufax night, baby.
So far.
First time that Vigneault has had 7 through 3 in his career. And 2-0 to a thumper.
Outside.
3 balls, no strikes. He's got the 8 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody. He did hit Michael O'Shaughnessy.
Have to be swinging here. As good as he's been, you have to be ready to hit here.
What?
Sour Power has not played a role yet.
Outside.
Ooh, close, but it's a walk to Daniel Jackson. And this is a guy that's got a whole bunch of speed as well.
This is a guy that's got a couple different breaking balls, and we've seen them all tonight. So cutter, slider, curveball. Velocity different, shape is different on all. When he gets to swing and miss, he's gone to that curveball a little bit more. But for Luke Harrison, you see that tight spin coming in. And this is the best stuff that we have seen him have really the entire season, all the starts that we've seen.
So for a while, we talk about Triple Crown. We also talk about 30 for 30. Jackson's out there with 26 stolen bases, not going here. That ball is ripped, but it is foul on a pitch that was up by Rylan Luho. Luho had a game the other night, a double. He hit that home run off the left field foul pole. But struggle bus when it comes to having guys on. 0 for the last 20 with runners on base. Georgia's got 1 ball that's been put in play so far. This one may be playable over there at first for Larson. Makes the catch and he tumbles out of play. Jackson will tag and go to second base as the ball went out. A heck of a play by Larson, but he couldn't prevent himself from falling over the railing.
Now, Scotty, he gets that base regardless, right? As soon as he goes out of play.
That's right. As soon as he falls into dead ball territory or steps into dead ball territory, it's a 1 base ward.
You can tell that kind of low rail right there made him lose his balance. Heck of a play. We talked about it earlier, didn't we, Ravi? The corner guys have to be able to go and make plays. Ashton Larson spent most of his career at LSU playing the outfield, so very comfortable tracking down fly balls. But that's a heck of a play by the Longhorn first baseman, but Georgia does advance a base.
Yeah, I think that low wall really caught him by surprise. And here's O'Shaughnessy, who got hit by a pitch. Chance for a run.
Inside.
He nearly got hit on that elbow guard again.
Be careful throwing that thing out there, though.
They're not afraid to steal third base either. Jackson not going, and another one on the inside. Corner lands, 1-1. A little bit high. Yeah, we've seen all the families that are here watching the game and the pressure that they're feeling. Every parent will tell you, as Tom De La Garza watches his son, every parent will tell you it's a heck of a lot harder to sit and watch than it is to play. as they remember their days when they were on diamonds. 2-1, foul. Would you agree with that?
You know, I'm growing in my ability to watch.
You are, huh?
Well, I am. One
Really?
thing I try to remember as a hitter, like really the odds aren't in his favor. So I try to let the outs not surprise me and the hits like actually give me some joy as opposed to expect the hits. So,
How about as a pitcher parent, KP? How'd your dad handle it? Because that's literally every pitch.
He went somewhere different every inning.
Every inning, really.
He was never in the same place.
2-2 to O'Shaughnessy. That's what he told you.
now my old man was the same way. I always had to find him during the game. He's walking a concourse. He's out behind left field. If I was doing bad, he, you know, way out behind left field.
I don't know who that is. 55 RBI on the season for O'Shaughnessy on a 2-2. No. 3-2. Wind continues to blow in. Outfield respecting the power of O'Shaughnessy. Full count. He swings and he misses. That's the 9th strikeout for Luke Harrison.
I think first in this location with that pitch, though. He hadn't gone down a whole lot today. Everything's been elevated, whether it's a fastball or the breaking ball, intentionally down with the breaking ball. But this time, fastball down is pretty good carry on it. You can see the bat path goes right underneath it.
The next one will match his season high of 10. This is a real hard guy to strike out in Ishikawa, who looks at ball 1. Probably the guy they want up right now as far as putting the bat on the ball as he foul one into the glove.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, this is obviously the hardest guy to strike out in the lineup, and the guy that next to Hudson that feels like he's kind of swinging the highest bat right now. Already 4 hits here in Omaha.
Good pitch right on the inside corner. It goes 1-2. He hasn't clapped like this in any start that his son has had for strikeouts.
Too many two-seamers either. I mean, that was sticking on the inside part of the plate to a lefty right there.
Oh boy, he took that out of his glove.
Time out, that's catcher's
I was
interference.
about to say, yeah.
I was going to say, he hit the glove.
Catcher's interference.
Billy Van Raphorst was all over it. I mean, literally the ball may have been in the glove when he swung and made contact with Carson Tinney's mitt.
That was the definition of an emergency hack.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as late as
that's
you can
when you get these.
possibly swing the bat.
That's when you get these.
Yeah, it's catcher's interference.
Is that late? The bat path goes way deep right there. He's just trying to get a piece of it.
Ooh, maybe not.
Oh, I
caught it.
think he
didn't catch
nicked the
much.
top of it.
Scott, can you review catcher's interference?
You can, yes.
They've already used one, though, Scott, and lost one of their challenges.
I don't think you burned one here. You had 2 maybe, but
Here's a big spot for Ryan Wynn. 2 men on, 2 down. And Harrison wide with the first. Right by him. 1 ball, 1 strike at 91. Tipped into the mitt, 1-2. So he went 91 to 94.
Yeah, 2 and 4, and he's throwing a cutter too. Like everything right now from a fastball standpoint is beating these Georgia hitters. They look very unsure of themselves on the fastball.
Next strikeout, double figures. That's number 10. And what a performance for Luke Harrison, worthy of a standing ovation.
They look unsure on that one, too. A couple fastballs to get there, then watch the breaking ball. Luke Harrison's got everything working tonight. Finishes him off with that breaking ball. Down right now. We are still scoreless in a great one tonight.
I want to show you what just happened in the dugout. That's Troy Tulowitzki having a conversation with the hitters. His message was simple. You have to will yourself to beat this guy. You have to will yourself. They focus so much on the mental aspect of the game at Texas that even Jim Schlossnagle's message to the team before the game was, you can't control your performance always, but you can control yourself.
This guy's controlled himself better than anybody. Thank you very much, Chris. As we start the fourth, Georgia doesn't have a hit yet. Texas has a couple. They had first and second with just one out in the first and could not come through. 7 strikeouts in the game for Vigneault.
Outside. That's a good pitch, Dale. Good pitch.
Three and look at the head shake there from Rodriguez. Wait, I've seen squares to bunt and other things. I've not seen the leg kick.
Hold on. That wasn't like your traditional leg kick. That was like literally like kicking out over the plate.
In an effort to get in the head of Vigneault.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of head shaking going on too. 3-1, yeah.
Okay.
Vigneault 3-2. You're 7 for 8 coming into the game in the World Series. That allows you to kick, head shake.
Just whatever. No rules anymore. Look at this.
Seen that.
And he comes back and punches him out. 8th strikeout in the game. 5th in a row for Dylan Vigneault.
So he kicks his leg, and then you get an absolute gnarly slider right under his barrel. And KP, then you wrap one around the outside edge. How about a backdoor breaker right around the paint of the plate? And that is as good as you can do it.
It was there. Yeah, he gave up on it. Just fighting to come back, and Jackson frames it up. Back from the 3-0 count.
Yeah, and that's a strike to Mendoza. Last College World Series game where both starters had 10 strikeouts was in 2021. Will Bednar and Ty Madden. We got 10 and 8 right now. Do you think that willing yourself to get a hit involves kicking when it's 3-0?
I didn't have that play in my bag, but I mean, I'm not the one who's, hitting for the cycle in Omaha. So you do you, kid. Again, we talked about the shadows. The shadows have not been significant on the field. The batter's eye is bright, but it's hard to look at the field and think that it's the typical shadows that are causing these guys to swing and miss.
Yeah, it's a different night. It's a high sky and
1-2 on the ground. Finally, somebody in the field can make a play, and Colby Branch was ready for it. A ball in play after so many that were not. We had 5 consecutive strikeouts and a ground ball to Branch. I mean, I was going to ask you how difficult it is.
Yeah, let's talk about playing a little defense, Ralph. The infielders actually get to play. That's how you get behind a backhand right there. Just a beautiful job from look how low he gets. Get your eyes and nose behind the glove. Fantastic play by the Georgia shortstop.
Here is Temo Becerra, who has struggled and moved down in the order as that one is pulled badly.
Were you saying when the ball's not put in play, just staying? Yeah.
Get on you. How do you stay on your toes? Stay mentally engaged.
Well, and that's one you could kick if you're not.
Yeah.
So credit to him for staying locked in.
Yep. 1-1. I mean, Berkey's convinced that it's actually the piece of dirt in the middle of this diamond that has some positive impact on pitchers.
It's Clark Kent going into the phone booth. That's what it is. You walk out on that mound, you just believe.
Harrison is thinking to himself, ties his career high with those 10 Ks. This is another one on the ground. To his left, stayed down on it, and a strike. Everyone's throwing strikes tonight, including the shortstop, Colby Branch.
There's 2 straight balls put in play. What do we got going on here? 4 innings complete. We got 18 combined strikeouts. Wes Johnson's a pitching guy, but he'd like to see a little bit more offense. He'll join Chris Button. We come back.
From your guys.
Well, we got to get Sandy Koufax out of the game and find a way to. This kid out here tonight looks special. He's commanding 4 pitches right now in the strike zone. He's been a little tough on us, but we're going to keep battling. We're going to get off some swings. A lot of game left, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Coach.
Go Dogs.
Guys.
You never thought that like the Volchko 15K thing would be challenged. We've got 2 guys who are challenging that number right now.
We're in the 5th.
That's my point.
And we've gotten Koufax in the broadcast twice.
Yeah.
Brandon Hudson's got leave the building power. Getting that call right there at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Volts go 15. Dave Fleming in 1990 had 10 against Mississippi State. These are the most strikeouts in a College World Series game by a Georgia pitcher.
I like it.
I have no idea.
I think they're hugging the hitter. They're sending.
Setting some positive vibes his way.
Inside.
3-1. Good interpretation of that.
We'll go with that.
College baseball. It is the best.
Yep.
Hudson on a 3-1, got under it. Marcamento suggests they could be imitating the trees at Foley Field.
Okay, I like that call.
Trying to feed the bullpen right now.
Yeah, we feed the trees, we feed the hill, we feed the bullpen. Three-two. Looks like Harrison got the pitch he wanted to throw, and he didn't land it. That is a walk to Hudson. Leadoff man is on again for the second inning. Major League Baseball action comes your way on Monday. The Braves, who lead the East, will be in San Diego to take on a struggling Padre team here. Monday night, 10 Eastern, ESPN. You can stream it on the ESPN app as well. Flem, Eduardo Perez. Eduardo leaves Omaha, and he gets to go out in San Diego, and he'll be joined by Jess Mendoza. That is Monday. Padres and Braves, 10 Eastern time, and on the app as well. Yesterday, two branches, Kyle playing against each other. Colby Squares here, and I think the Branch family is all here tonight as he takes a strike. Mom and Dad carrying Rusty just full Georgia regalia tonight.
Yeah, they can just be locked in on one.
Ooh, boy, he does get it down. First base is vacated. The diving play over there by Larson. That was going to be very tricky, and an athletic play by Larson, but down to second goes Hudson.
They don't do that much. That's the third time all year that Georgia's had a sac bunt.
This ball's headed at his nose. I mean, we used to always say the ball you always get down is the one that might hit you in the face.
You're in defense mode right now. You're just trying to make sure you don't get smoked.
Keeps his barrel above the ball, keeps his angle. Nice play by Larson, too, to finish that one off. But, KP, you said it. Only the third time this season. It just tells you where Georgia's feeling right now against the Texas Southpaw.
Koufax. The Branch did his job, and now it's up to Ryan Black to deliver the big hit. Good arm in right, good one in left as well with Pack. Let her high in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three men in the outfield. Beaten into the ground, plenty of time. He will look right to first base, and a good play is down to third. Goes Hudson with 2 down.
It really is remarkable how late they are on the fastball. I mean, that ball is just in his kitchen, and I can't help but think there is something visually that is throwing these hitters off.
There has been 1 ball hit to the outfield for Georgia. They've hit 1 ball to the outfield. Ishikawa flew out to center field. That's it.
This is the 3rd best home run team of all time. They can barely get the barrel out in front of home plate right now. And it's 91-94, but it's not 100 miles an hour out there.
But 1 swing here can give him the lead, and that is the 1 swing off the bat of Trey Phelps, who looks up. He heads to second. The throw is not there, and he is safe. And there is some of that Phelps edge. 1-0 Dogs.
There it is, boys. This is what it looks like to be ready for a heater. Get the bad head out in front. Trey Phelps with the biggest hit of this ball game and probably an unnecessary chance, but watch the slide. That's what a swim move looks like at second base. So you show the fielder two, then you pull one back, reach around. That is as good as it gets on the tail end of that play from the Georgia third baseman.
Here's Jackson. And the first hiccup of the night from Harrison. Phelps, who has been struggling so bad, was 0 for 2 with 2 Ks and 1 for 11, delivers the big double. His 11th double of the year. And a guy who has become known as the Rhinoceros, Daniel Jackson, for his power, stands in with just 1 hit at the College World Series. It amounted to a 447-foot homer. They positioned Becerra on the pull side, and that's exactly what Jackson does. But they've been wondering when the drip would shine from Trey Phelps, and the drip master himself delivered here.
There it is. There's the swagger they've been waiting for. Trey Phelps, they have been waiting for him to lead something to stir this group up. And how about a big knock, a fancy slide, and a 1-0 lead. The Dogs finally with a little bit of offense. There's that dancing Wes Johnson wants to see.
Nothing. This game has moved quickly. Phelps double snapped that 0 for 24 streak, and it was his first extra base hit since the homer against Liberty, in which he was ejected for taunting. Vigneault back on the mound now with a lead.
It's been tough sledding for Trey Phelps.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Boy, did he deliver in the biggest of moments right there.
Bottom 3 in the order against Vigneault, who toes the rubber with 8 strikeouts, and he falls behind 2-0 to Larson. Again, I think we go back to last night where he had that single after being 0 for down the line, and it just gets engines rolling for hitters to see a ball put in play and not be caught. 3-0. Not the start to the inning Vigneault wanted after getting some support.
Well, last inning, 1 run by Georgia started on a leadoff walk. So last thing you want to do is go out there and give Texas the same opportunity.
Leadoff walk, and then the rarest of rare small ball action from Georgia.
Outside.
That is a walk to lead things off. We have 5 teams left in this Men's College World Series. 2 on the left side of the bracket and 3 on the right side. Our game going on right now. Oklahoma has been the red-hot team. They're waiting tomorrow night at 7. And what should be a doozy tomorrow at 2. Carolina, West Virginia. You look just up left, Carolina 5, West Virginia 2. There were a few errors, uncharacteristic plays by West Virginia. They were right in that game and believe that they can certainly play with and beat the Heels.
And some intrigue on who the Heels run out there first. Do they go with their superstar freshman? Do they go with the veteran left-hander? Be interesting to see what Scott Forbes decides.
West Virginia is going to have to win 2 games in a row against Carolina. The winner tonight is going to have to win 2 games. And you know what? Wes Johnson says, I have gotten enough out of Dylan Vigneault. He's already signaled to the bullpen to bring in, as you guys have said, his closer.
Well, Justin Bird warmed in the first, sat down, and he wasn't up very long, but now he's in the ball game. So Georgia to the bullpen with the lead. Closer coming on here in the 5th. Justin Bird on his way in.
Fascinating.
But he was outstanding. And honestly, this is one of the biggest reasons why today the slider was dialed up. From the beginning, 8 strikeouts for the right-hander. Went backdoor when he needed to, but it was that pitch in a combination of just 2. It was a 2-seamer and a slider today for Vigneault that has held this powerful Texas offense down. But do-or-die game, take no chances. And Wes Johnson is taking no chances right now. One of his best relievers, Justin Bird, on right now. Mid-90s fastball, breaking ball and a cutter, a decent changeup. But Bird is not a 1-inning guy. He can go deep.
He started the game back in February. There's a whole bunch of 4-inning appearances for him, and the first one bends in there for a strike. He gets Borba and then Pendergrass, 8-9. And this is the first reliever that Georgia has actually used at the College World Series.
In the 3rd game.
In game 3. Boy, that's right on the corner, if it's on the corner, and Bird gets the strike. It's 0-2. 5-2 with 8 saves, 57 innings, a whip under 1, and a near 32% strikeout rate. Looking for one here, will get it as he goes up top.
We saw 3 of them right there. First pitch cutter. Slider to go 0-2, and then just elevate at 95 to finish Borba off right there. A different shape than the previous 2. That one had some rise and a little bit of giddy up on it.
And I do like the difference in these 2 arms, right? You got the ride of Bird after the run and sink of Vigneault, and they pair nicely one after the other. these two Georgia pitchers.
I don't think that's on accident.
No.
It's the lefty, Pendergrass. He squares to go small ball. That's in there for a strike. Four-seam fastball has been the best pitch that Bird has thrown to lefties this year, to the tune of a 190 average.
Outside.
Not by much, but it's 1 ball and a strike.
Daniel Jackson, really nice job tonight behind the plate on those pitches that are on the edge.
Borber, who just struck out, did single his first time up, but the bottom 4 of the Longhorn order coming in had been 1 for 27 in the World Series. Pendergrass 0 for 6, takes one with him, and that one is pulled foul.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for pretty much everybody but Pac Rodriguez and Mendoza offensively so far here in Omaha. And you just got to believe Robbins and Tenney are going to bust out at some point. They would like it to be soon.
Yes, they sure would. Winner of this one moves on. And they have to beat Oklahoma twice. This is an elimination game. Win or go home. 1-0. Georgia leading it. Pendergrass does have speed. Tough guy to double up. He does it with 2 strikes. Lays it down. The underhand flip is in time by Bird. And Schlossnagle was confident and comfortable enough to get him to bunt with 2 strikes. He does. And we'll see if we got a Georgia Bulldog inning now with Robbins coming up and a tying run in Larson at second.
So Trey Phelps, Georgia's guy, as far as you know, their swagger and the guy who sets the tone for this club, he gets the big out with a runner in scoring position at 2 outs. This is Texas's guy, make no mistake, and it has been rough here early on. Can he lock in and quit chasing breaking balls?
With a new look pitcher in Bird. He's behind 0-1. The Seton Hall transfer, just a magical year. And a guy that was pursued by many, if not most, of the teams in the SEC. Great numbers with runners in scoring position, and that's Larson in the background. Oh, we got one to hit, and it is caught at third base by Mr. Phelps. May have been a foul ball, but the dude that drove in a run may have just saved a run.
Well, they got him in no doubles. I mean, he is almost on the line to begin with. And I think you're right, Ravi. I think this ball goes foul. But look how close he is to start. Great crossover steps and the range to finish it off. Phelps with another big play.
And the swag is back. Dr. KP, Berkey, Chris Budden. I'm Carl Ravitch. Yeah, I think we're feeling a little bit better about ourselves right now. We got the big hit. We're talking to ourselves again. We made a nice play on a line drive. Little things are paying off for the Bulldogs so far in this game.
Well, the little things are what's going to determine this game. It's just being too well pitched. So far, the Bulldogs have made one more play than the Horns.
Harrison stays in to start the 6th inning. There are some Longhorn arms beginning to just move around. Nobody's throwing a baseball yet. In a game they have to win 3, 4, and 5 this inning.
Well, we've seen Georgia go right to Justin Bird. It will not be long before Texas goes to Sam Cozart. You can't go home without Cozart getting in the game, with the game still being undecided. And so I can't imagine Sam Cozart's going to be standing or not standing on that bump here pretty soon.
2-0 to Lujo, and he missed badly to go 3-0. There is the aforementioned Sam Cozart.
I would think you're going to start scrambling the fighters right now down there.
Lujo takes 3-1 now. He has tried so many times to take teams from TCU, A&M, and now Texas to the promised land, and this is the promised land, but then to walk through the gates. That one is in there. It's 3-2. It's a good battle back, and Harrison come all the way back. Now that one is a bailout because that was ball 4. The one hopper to second. Becerra throws him up. Take a look at tonight's Capital One rewarding performance, fellas.
Coming in the ball game, Georgia had 2 sacrifice bunts on the season. Colby Branch had 0. But Wes Johnson, with a great feel for the game, decides to play a little small ball. Trey Phelps makes him look smart. And that is your run in the ball game, folks. Georgia getting into a little bit of the inside game to move a runner and eventually get him in.
Left on left, Harrison and O'Shaughnessy.
Outside.
Even before that hit, I noticed a big difference in Trey Phelps from tonight to last night. At the bottom of the 9th last night, he was just staring at his bat and looked so tight. Even before that hit, he was up on the railing, laughing, joking, really trying to just relax himself and have the flair that he normally has.
It doesn't take much, does it? To get a guy like that going. It doesn't take much.
It was interesting, too. We were talking to Wes earlier this week. He was talking about Trey, and earlier this year, he was down a little bit. He said, listen, if you're not singing your walk-up song when you go to home plate, you are going to stand next to me. I want you to be you, because when you're you's pretty good.
We obviously know the sport of basketball. We just crowned a champion. You could be 0 for 11. When one goes in, the next 10 are going to go in. And I think Phelps feels that way.
And him sitting on the bench by himself, like the rest of the guys, they have to be going, what's going on here? That's not good for the group.
O'Shaughnessy waited on that, but he sent it foul down the third base side. Slider's the best against lefties. There was one. This one has popped up. No one is going to get there. They're in a big shift, and it wasn't going to be caught anyway. But for a while, it looked like Harrison was going to be the closest guy there to get it.
Well, it's part of being here, especially when you're in the shift. Sometimes a catcher or pitcher's got to go over there and make that kind of play. That one didn't stay in the ballpark, but it certainly could happen.
Yep, going to stretch the old hammies after that run from Adrian Rodriguez. 2-2 with one down, 1-0 Georgia in a must-win game against Texas for both. Came inside with some heat at 93. It's a rare fastball that he throws to a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, he didn't go in very often, but that one didn't miss by much.
Nope, he missed there. Lujo bailed him out on a ball 4, and O'Shaughnessy will not offer, so there is one on with one out. Hey, it is always trophy season on ESPN. You can stream the biggest live events and best championship moments, whatever you watch, wherever you are. Watch it anytime, anywhere on the ESPN app. Ryan, you got the college football championship. Still, the Stanley Cup itself as a trophy stands out.
I
no doubt. It stands out. Carolina Hurricanes, champions of the hockey world. Gets the call at the knees as he starts Ishikawa off.
Well, again, Georgia bunted. Will they hit and run? Could we see that from Wes Johnson?
Let's not get crazy here.
I mean, this is your guy.
We're not gonna do that,
This is your guy. He slaps one to shallow left. Can Pack get there? It is Mendoza. I should say Rodriguez. He couldn't get there. And a seeing eye single from Ishikawa, who tonight has got catcher's interference and now a single that bloops behind Rodriguez and in front of Pack.
I thought he was going to maybe have a play at this, and for some reason, right as he goes into his slide, he pulls his arm back. He's tracking this ball. And watch, he's in his full slide, and he kind of pulls his arm back. I'm not real sure why at the end he doesn't give it full extension. It just never looks like the glove arm gets all the way extended out. I don't think he was going to catch it.
Nah, he was peeking too.
Yeah, maybe he felt
I think maybe he thought he had footsteps behind him.
Well, what an opportunity for Ryan Wynn now with one out, chance to add to a 1-0 lead. We got action now in that Longhorn bullpen, and everybody seems to be standing around the man in the middle who looks like Cozart, and it is. Sam Cozart is up and throwing. So you like to bring a guy in a clean inning, but it feels like so Wes Johnson, a walk, we go right to Bird. Here you have two guys on, and Cozart wasn't yet ready to get into this game. A grunt, and he fell off the mound a little awkwardly, did Harrison.
And it feels like the ride fastball Cozart's the right matchup for Hudson on deck. To me, it wouldn't shock me if this was it for Harrison.
2-2. So remember how the game started for Luke Harrison. He struck out the side in the first. He struck out the side in the third. He had 10 strikeouts through 4. Since then, no strikeouts. The last strikeout victim was the guy at the plate, Wynn.
Outside.
And he missed again, 3-2.
I'm going to tell you something, guys, and they were talking about it earlier. The minute that the batter's eye was not shining, when it turned that color, is when the strikeouts went away. Everything changed. I mean, the shadows were not crazy, but the look from center field was a little bit different than it had been.
So you're with me?
I'm always with you.
Oh,
what are you
okay.
talking
That's
about?
my guy.
I'm always with you.
No, you guys were feuding a little bit earlier.
That was a minor deal.
Well, there you go. That is, like you said, KP.
It's a totally different look than it was earlier.
No more shine on the center field batter's eye. And again, it was weird. The shadows were not out on the field, but there was some reflection on that batter's eye. Not trying to discredit the pitchers, but man, these are two really good offenses.
It makes a difference, man.
Very uncomfortable. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, look at that.
Bright out there on that batter's eye.
The last time that Max Wiener went out to speak to Luke Harrison was in that Oregon series, and he invoked the series Game of Thrones when he said, "I need you to hold the door." And in that show, there's a character, Hodor, like, I need you to just hold the door. There may have been some Game of Thrones conversation there with 2 on, 3-2. I need you again to hold this door. And he said Harrison and Cozart out there are obsessed with the Dragon program. Obsessed with it. We'll see if he's able to hold the door one more time and get Win out and maybe turn the ball over to Cozart.
It feels like they're going to open the door in the bullpen here.
Yeah, for sure. 3-2, 2 on. O'Shaughnessy is at second base. After the meeting on the mound, he gets him to chase down And he held the door one more time, and he picks up strikeout number 11.
Went back to the breaker ball and threw a really good one right here. And this is a spot that you are thinking strikeout. You got first and second, one out. You want swing and miss, and he went to the swing and miss pitch and got it. Went out in front. Breaker ball ended up down to it to get it just underneath the barrel.
Well, interesting decision. They leave him in to face the lefty Hudson.
All out.
First pitch down and away.
Well, it's like one of two decisions, Rav. He struggled versus velocity, just hitting 174 versus 94 plus. But on the year, he's much better versus righties than he is versus lefties. So
yes,
which number do you believe in the most? And they decided to go left on left.
Almost got hit. 241 to your point against lefties is Hudson with a 537 slug. Against righties, he hits 333, and the slug is 667 with an OPS over 1,000. So better against righties. But it's 2-0. And it's 3-0, and it wasn't close.
Better against righties, but that ain't your normal righty down there in the bullpen.
No. How about let's just throw 3 speakers at you when you're warming up right there. One's not enough. Here comes your righty.
To load him up with the walk to Hudson. Schlossnagle and Wiener have a quick conversation, and we'll see if the coach is going to make his way to the mound, and he is. 100 pitches on the nose. And this baseball game may very well be decided by what happens with Cozart coming in and Branch coming up. I told you Luke Harrison was going to leave in the 6th with 11 strikeouts and only 1 run scored by Georgia. Would you have signed up for it and taken that?
I'd take that one,
yeah. Luke Harrison is out. And the stopper of the year, just a freshman. But man, have we seen freshmen perform on this stage. 22-0 when he comes in to pitch. Hope you're enjoying the 2026 NCAA Men's College World Series. It is presented by Capital One. Longest river in the United States, the mighty Missouri. And what is going to feel like the longest plate appearance for the fan bases of both teams is about to begin, as Luke Harrison will now watch Big Sam Cozart, the freshman who is 6'6", 260, and has numbers you don't find very often on a High Point, North Carolina. 71 strikeouts, 12 walks. That's right, 71 and 12 in 49 innings.
How about the second lowest ERA in the entire country? The freshman has been outstanding this year. Sam Cozart, mid-90s fastball, 3 different breakables, a cutter, a curveball, and a slider, and a split to go along with it. A sub-1 ERA since the end of March.
And this is the first pitch he will throw this year with the bases loaded to Colby Branch, the bunter, who tries to square again and sees 94 near his nose.
Interesting. I'm sure we're taking one there, but an interesting look there.
Boy, how about that? He lands a breaking ball. And he has certainly been known to encourage himself on the mound. He will talk to himself. If he weren't talking to himself, they'd probably be worried about that too. You can see him doing it right there. Right by him, man. 95. Straight as string.
And relative to the Division I norm, the fastball is the best swing and miss pitch that Sam Cozart throws. You see a good look at it right there.
He went right down the middle, and Branch was frozen. The Big Bear delivered with some heat, and he gets out of the only bases loaded jam he has seen all year.
It's one of the best freshmen in the country right there. We're just going to keep it simple at the end, Rookie. Here's 95. Here's 95 again, and we're going to go ahead and leave them loaded. Bench fired up, as they should be. Cozart pitches out of a jam, but the Horns still trailing by 1.
You got Cozart and Bird into the game. You have to win this thing in order to live to play another day. Oklahoma is waiting. Yeah, come on inside, grab a seat. Charles Schwab Field has been home to some dramatic games, and it just feels like the next 3.5 are going to be incredible. And there is Cozart. He will now lock into his mode as Tinney looks at one outside. 1-1 from Bird. As engaged as you can get. Both dugouts on every pitch. High, and he went after it. 1-2.
And you got both teams with their best bullpen arm in the game.
Yeah. Yep.
You got stars on both sides of the field. A ballpark that is going to be tough to run one out of here, but definitely some sluggers on both sides that can pull it off.
And this is certainly one of them. Behind 1-2, that is a little bit up. 2-2. Robbins and Tinney. Tinney out of Castle Pines, Colorado, by way of Notre Dame. Gone away with one that was up. It's one of those rare sliders that stays up, and hitters have a nightmare trying to make contact.
Yeah, so watch Daniel Jackson, the pitch before this. They're trying to elevate the fastball, and he wants to make sure the fastball is elevated. Sets up way up. Tinney takes that. They're trying to bury a slider, and it's kind of one of those. The slider is kind of so bad that it worked right there. Backup slider. Tinney wasn't ready for it, and he got it.
Well, in the year of the catcher, it's also been the year of the freshman, and here is one of the best to play, Anthony Pack Jr. He's behind 0-1. Josh Elander, the Tennessee coach, said he used to see Pack running around at East Cobb. He said he was always able to make a mess of the game in a good way. Off his foot in a bad way. It's 0-2.
Well, they have been spinning him to death. It is breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball. And whether it's a backdoor breaking ball to get a take or a back foot breaking ball to try to get him to swing over the top of it, he has been incredible all season long. But Georgia has consistently challenged him and won these challenges with breaking balls.
What does it say about a kid to have the highest batting average in conference play in that conference?
As a freshman?
As a freshman. 0-2. There's some poise and the ability to take a pitch at this time of game with what's on the line for Pack.
All right, there's the high heater. Here comes the back foot breaking ball.
No, he goes out, touches one to left. This one is catchable for Lujo, and he is there as it dies before it gets to the track. And there are 2 down off the end of the bat for Pack Jr. Oklahoma's going to start a freshman tomorrow night. Carolina has some choices to make. Will we see Glauber, who has entered games and not lost once, with 27-0 now? And West Virginia, who feels like the country roads want to keep on rolling here. And they have played with a lot of mojo. This entire building was singing it again today after they got a victory.
And it feels like no matter who wins this game, that Final Four, you could argue those are all coin flip ball games.
Carolina will not start Glauber. That one is fouled back.
Veteran left-hander. We talked about that decision. Folger Boaz will go for the Tar Heels. Rest assured,
I would assume Mr. Glauber will be ready.
Glauber was born ready and has come through every time. That's tomorrow at 2. We've got business here. Swing and a miss. Maybe his best pitch so far today. And you can see Rodriguez grimace after that swing. They've done a good job with him tonight.
Yeah, they have. It's, you know, tough to keep the hot streak that he had going up, but you can tell they have done a nice job of changing speeds on the red-hot A-Rod tonight.
Oh, 2 to A-Rod. Inside, that one is fair, and it's going to get into right. There was no move by Hudson. And he's going to try to take second on a ball that's been bobbled twice out there in right. Black. And the old shoulder out there from Adrian Rodriguez, who took advantage of one bobble. Black then looked up to see if he was really going and bobbled it again.
Yeah, he was super deep to start. It was funny because Rodriguez was kind of sort of thinking about it from the jump. As this ball, see Hudson playing close down the line. Rodriguez is thinking about, look, he's full tilt right here. And so Black charges, then he kicks it, then he drops it. And this is just the juice. Adrian Rodriguez, give me the shoulder shake, kid. Yeah.
He is fearless right now. Absolutely fearless.
8th hit at the World Series. He's the tying run. Looking for a big one from Ethan Mendoza.
Outside.
Just outside. Good take from Mendoza. Mendoza, like many, have been banged up all year. Shoulder injury, hand injury. They put a staple in there. They discovered he was allergic to it. They took the staple out, and it's been a struggle on off-speed outside pitches. He swings and misses. But when he makes contact, no pain at all, and that one is out of play.
So lately, no pain.
Nope, well, he's made a lot of contact lately.
kind of hard contact.
These two guys right here, Rodriguez and Mendoza, have been outstanding in Omaha. 13 hits between them. Ishikawa is way off the line and left. Phelps is right on the line at third. He got one to hit. This one is to right. Black is there, still drifting back. He's there to make the play, and I tell you, nobody is more relieved to make that play than Ryan Black after what happened with Rodriguez. They'll strand a runner at second. Ooh, we are all feeling it, but I'm not sure anyone's feeling it more than the drip master himself. Ray Phelps, he'll bat second when we come back to Omaha and the World Series. College World Series. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. You can eat great, you can eat late, you can eat on a Ferris wheel. Special thanks to Wendy's for keeping fans fueled with Baconators here in Omaha. You get plenty of good steak, good meat, good burgers, good food here. It's a foodie town, is Omaha, Nebraska. As we come back on inside Charles Schwab Field. 7th inning, must-win game. Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke, Chris Budden, Carl Ravitch. Oklahoma sitting, watching this thing, who they will face tomorrow at 7 Eastern time. Here is Cozart. After striking out, Branch will get Ryan Black to start.
Outside.
Oh, and 1. You can see the full beard. He was acknowledged to us during the Supers. He had a goatee at 12. So anybody that was an opponent, of course, was like, all right, so he's 16 or 18. You know, we're not. So he said, I have to carry my birth certificate around since I was about 12, because nobody would believe that I was. And he was bigger than everybody, as he is now. Really good one. Full goat at 12.
Yeah. That
I didn't have that.
It would be hard to believe that he actually was 12.
Off speed. This is a little blooper into center and coming hard, diving. Ooh. What a play! Did Pendergrass have it long enough? Yes, says the second base umpire. What a catch, Darian Pendergrass.
The range was incredible. The amount of ground he covered to get to that baseball, but did he finish the catch, you guys?
Wes Johnson's going to use an appeal.
And is it on the transfer?
Georgia is challenging the call of catch. The play's under review.
I didn't see a transfer. I saw him showing the ball to the umpire. I didn't see him go to take it out.
We saw this at Vanderbilt earlier this year, the exact same play.
See, he's showing the ball. Scott Klein, what do you got there?
Kyle, you're right. I did see a play like this earlier in the year where the momentum of the catch is complete and the fielder, has reversed direction, is running the ball back toward the infield. That's one sign that you've got to catch. The other one is when the fielder's reaching in the glove for the ball to make a throw. This one's tough. I don't have a catch here.
Yeah.
I do not have a catch. I've got this to be overturned.
Kind of still rattling around, isn't it, boys? As
it
he's
was in the
turning
middle
here.
of his glove at the beginning,
Yeah,
too. And then when he gets done, it goes kind of snow cones on him right at the end and then pops out. I think this one gets overturned.
Definitely isn't taking it out.
No, it's not a transfer, that's for sure.
And it was definitely in his glove for a while, and it almost looked like by trying to show it to the umpire, our second base umpire, Rick Allen, is maybe when the ball started to ride up into the webbing.
Scott, is there language there on the length of time the ball's in the glove? Like, what exactly is determining that?
There's not.
Okay.
There's no language on the any amount of time.
So is it a judgment? Just we think he caught it, and then, or do you have to complete it with the ball secured?
You need to complete the catch, yeah, and I don't think he did.
Well, for the first few seconds, some people will sit there and say, yeah, he completed it, and then as he obviously tried to get up, he didn't. Scott Klein, by the way, our rules expert and analyst.
All right, here's the exact rule. In establishing the validity of the catch, the fielder shall demonstrate complete control of the ball and that the release of the ball is voluntary and intentional.
It wasn't
the release
voluntary.
of the ball did not look voluntary or intentional.
But his intent was to show the ump, I have the ball, and I caught it.
Yeah, he's almost on his way back up to stand up.
After review, the call has been overturned. It is a no catch. The batter runner will remain at first base. Georgia has one challenge remaining.
Game of inches, and Pendergrass made an incredible effort, but a good usage of the review. And Black is the leadoff man on here in the 7th of a 1-0 game. Well, here he comes, Trey Phelps, who's again been in the middle of a lot of stuff tonight for Georgia. Double and an RBI last time up.
All one.
All one from Cozart. Temo Becerra has moved to the left side of second base. 3 on the left side for the Longhorns. Phelps, and it goes to the right side, and Becerra was shifted. He couldn't get it. It's first and third, nobody out. A slow roller off the bat at 60. And how many times has Jim Schlossnagle told us, I get the shift, but boy, I've been burned by it.
I mean, think about what we have here. We have a ball that was caught in center and came out of his glove, and we have a cue ball,
a 60-mile-an-hour ground ball that went 8 feet off the ground right there, that ultimately rolls slow enough into right field that Black can go first to third. So now everything's going right for Trey Phelps.
Exactly. Here is Jackson, nobody out. 1-0.
All one.
Inside to him. He took a fastball last night and drove it 447 feet. It feels like it's only a matter of time, June 29th, when he will be announced as the Golden Spikes winner, which will give him a sweep of those awards. .377, runners in scoring position. Power against power.
Inside.
Another one too far inside. He does not want to see Jackson get those arms extended. Yep, 2-1.
3 straight heaters. I mean, it's 3 in a row, in, and now away. Making it pretty clear how they think they can get the player of the year out. sticking with number 1.
Boy, he saw that, and he was all over it, but he fouled it straight back. Last night in his last plate appearance, he got a pitch similar, and he just missed hitting another one out of the yard.
I'd be careful with that one again.
Yeah. Good speed at first base in Phelps. Ryan Black's at third. He got him. Nasty tight slider there, and Jackson strikes out. That's a very, very big strikeout.
The freshman just keeps making big pitches, and you got to give him credit for how the AB starts. Just coming out firm with the heater, fastball up and in. Then again, crowds him again with another four-seamer. Paint piece on the edge there at 95. Then how about slowing him down? A breaking ball he gets away with, a really tight slider that DJ swings right over the top of, and just absolutely no fear from the fireballer from Texas.
Timeout, Wes Johnson. He will bring all of his men together to talk to Ryan Luho, who is another guy that has been very clutch. Schlossnagel's also out there talking to our home plate umpire, Billy Van Raphorst.
There's a lot to talk about here because, again, you love Luho. You think he's fantastic. But there is a lot of first and third offense you can play here. So we know Georgia likes to do some tricky stuff with first and third offense. Is there a KP, would you even think about a safety here? I mean, 2 runs feels like a lot.
You know, it's funny. Coming into the game, we thought it was probably going to be fairly high scoring.
Yeah.
1 more seems like a lot right now.
Yes, it does.
And I understand they had 2 sack bunts coming in.
Yeah.
Well, they already had 1 today, and it made a difference. It wouldn't shock me if they do it again, and that may be why Jim Schlossnagel's going out right now. It's not the typical book if you're facing Georgia. Like, you don't even cover it.
Right.
That's what they're covering right now.
Because the first and third safety is one of the best plays in baseball. The guy's holding the runner on. The first baseman's holding the runner on. You've got the whole right side of the field to push it up the first base line. The runner at third walks in, and you move a runner into scoring position. 2-0 with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. That's a play you have to talk about defending if you're Texas. And Schloss is breaking it all down for him right now.
Well, and unlike a suicide squid, you can't beat it with a pitch up.
No.
I mean, if it's a ball, you just take it, nobody's moving, everything's fine.
Luho doesn't have a sacrifice this year. How do you defend it?
Well, the only way to do it is the pitcher has to make a great play with some sort of glove flip, because it's not a force at home, so you have to make a tag. Or you go ahead and give the runner up and send your first baseman hard. But to be honest with you, it is almost impossible if he gets it up the first base line.
He is big, Cozart. He is a very good athlete. So Luho, first and third. This one is up, and it is shallow left field. Rodriguez is out there. Oh, they bang into each other. Here comes the runner from third. Black. He is safe is the call. Safe is the call. What a throw by Rodriguez. And I'm sure Schlossnagel and company will look at it. Rodriguez got banged into by Pack. He held on to it and then had a throw home to try to get Black, who tagged. This is close, fellas.
What a throw.
What a throw.
What a throw. But think about this, okay? If either one of them catches it cleanly, they probably don't run. Or if they do, there's a lot better chance to throw them out. That contact in left field and not quite knowing who's going to catch it may have been the difference right here. I think he's in there.
Oh, he missed him.
He missed the arm.
The middle. What a call by Billy Van Raphorst.
He missed the arm. He ended up tagging the chest. The throw beat him. And if he got it on that hand, it would have been so close.
What a call.
But absolutely. I mean, it's the right call, and it should stand.
Your point is really well made, though. And Rodriguez, it felt like he was under it.
I don't know if it matters who catches it.
Yeah, I agree.
Pack is coming in. Rodriguez can set his feet, but it's that contact that creates just enough time.
What's crazy, though, is that's as good as you can throw it.
You can, but watch the timing. I agree with it.
Yeah,
but think about how much longer it takes to make the throw than it would if either one of them catches it clean.
No question. And the hat is over his face. I mean, that is incredible that he was able to do that. You'd love to see Pack on this one, wouldn't you?
I feel like it was at the end. I mean, you can't throw it better.
Yeah, I don't mind
but
the short
it is,
start
I mean, it is
either.
2 ticks.
Especially without getting
That's
banged
all it
into.
takes.
Now look where Tinney catches the ball instead of up in front of the home.
Deep. Good call.
Instead of home plate. You can't block until you have it, but you can catch it more up in front of the plate. It feels like this one is going to stand. And remember, earlier in the game, there was a similar play where you guys both commented on Rodriguez going out. He pulled his arms back.
Yep.
Maybe he heard Pack. This time, to his credit, he stood in there.
He went
the
and got
catch.
it.
Yeah. Think about the hits, too. Ryan Black ends up on third because of the play that was reviewed and overturned on the Pendergrass catch, and then the 60-mile-an-hour ground ball that went through the shifted infield.
Yeah, there's just 1,000 things to break down on this. First, how about Brock Bennett sending them? I mean, I love it. Like, send them. Make them make a collision catch and throw somebody out at the plate.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Texas has no challenges remaining.
And Rob, you brought it up. It's such a great point. There's so many things to talk about here. But look how far back Carson Tinney is. He's behind the plate. He's behind the plate. I know you have to be inside, but you certainly shouldn't be behind the plate there taking that throw. And because he is, he can't snap that tag down in time. And Georgia adds what feels like, guys, a huge second run.
I mean, that is an absolute perfect throw from a guy who just been rocked by Pack. Now Schloss, you can see him out there. Looks like he's going to appeal that Black left the base before the ball was in Rodriguez's glove. Kozak will put the ball in play and throw over to third. It looks like he's looking in to ask exactly how to do it. Here's the call at third. Safe, says our home plate umpire, Billy Van Raphorst. Did not leave early.
Texas is challenging the call of safe that the runner did tag up. That play is under review.
So, Scott, we were just told they were out of challenges. How do they have a chance to do it again?
This all should be part of the same play. So you can use one challenge to challenge multiple things within a play.
That's what Wes Johnson's asking right now.
This appears to be an easy one. He hasn't left the bag yet, and the two guys are running into each other.
Here's my only question. I'm not real sure about the order in which they looked at these, because if he didn't tag up properly, the play at the plate doesn't matter.
So, meaning, in a sense, they already know the answer?
No, I mean, in this case, I mean, it seems like they're both going to be upheld. So I understand your point, Scott, that if you're going to check one, should you check that one first, is essentially what you're saying.
You should check them in the order that they occurred. Again, because the play at the plate wouldn't matter if
he had left early.
Correct.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner's safe. He did tag up. Texas has no challenges remaining.
So after all that, they get the run. It is 2-0. And you're going to go back on the anatomy of this inning. It is so fascinating how they got the run and how hard they actually hit the ball or didn't hit the ball.
Yes.
And O'Shaughnessy now up, looks at ball one.
Yeah, the anatomy of this inning is
Oh
pretty
my
fascinating.
goodness.
The ball was caught in center, and then it wasn't. A dribbler finds a hole, and now a sac fly to the shortstop.
Pack ran into Rodriguez very hard. He went down. Phelps does not have a big lead. Cozart comes home and he misses, and you do wonder about the impact of all of the reviews and replays and the fact that he's given up a run here to make it 2-0 would have on Cozart. Frustrating inning for Schlossnagle. Boy, 4 pitches and a walk to O'Shaughnessy.
Well, it does make you think that there's, he's got to be a little nervy here after all that's unfolded. When you think about it, Sam Cozart, amongst qualified pitchers, second in the country in ERA, first in opponent batting average, first in OPS. And this is how you put together an inning versus him. You got to get a little bit of luck, and that has certainly happened for the Bulldogs here.
Breaking pitch has been as good a pitch as he's had tonight. He gets ahead of Ishikawa. Again, boy, Kenny Ishikawa seems to come up in spots in which there's a lot of traffic on the bases, especially when Phelps is on, like he seems to be again tonight.
Guys, there's one thing. They did have time, and they have to have an appeal before they could review that, so they did do that in the right order.
Okay, thank you, Scott. Ishikawa is a .377 hitter with 2 strikes. He is terrific. But Cozart's not your average pitcher. He still gets a bat on the ball. It's a looper, and it is caught on the infield. Ishikawa retired. Think about it, fellas. Trey Phelps, Ryan Black in the middle of that inning. And neither of them hit the ball very hard. Pendergrass had it. I got an out. Oh, no, I don't have an out. I drop it. And then a collision, which caused a delayed throw from Rodriguez, which allowed Black to slide in safe. 2-zip going bottom 7 at the World Series. 7th. Some words of wisdom from a friend and former colleague, Kyle Brown, whose love of baseball was second only to his love of family.
One pitch at a time. No matter how big the game is, concentrate on the job that needs to be done. Focus. Breathe. Appreciate the moment. Because tomorrow will be here soon enough. So be present and live life one pitch at a time.
Great advice from a man who loved this sport as much as anybody. Former colleague who passed away at a much too early age. Everybody always has Kyle Brown in his thoughts whenever you're around a baseball diamond, and we are around one of the great baseball diamonds in America. Home of the College World Series, the greatest show on dirt. And man, it has been a wild ride. 2-0, Georgia on top. Texas, the home team tonight. They will bat here in the bottom of the 7th against Justin Bird, who has silenced them since he has come in. First pitch to Becerra, misses. 6, 7, 8, 9 due up here in the bottom of the 7th. The winner will face Oklahoma tomorrow, and they're going to have to beat the Sooners twice to get into the College World Series finals. It felt like a long inning. It's still only 2. I mean, you're the bloop and the blast away from tying this up. It's a Georgia team that has really flummoxed this very, very strong Texas offense. Becerra and Larson 0 for in the World Series. Got one to hit there, puts this one up in the air to left. Ishikawa, he goes from beach ball to baseball, and there's one out.
Well, Justin Bird sat for 27 minutes. Didn't seem to bother him. Comes out there and gets a quick leadoff out. This has a little different vibe than the Athens Super Regional did, I think, for the Georgia pitchers. I think they're a little more comfortable in this environment than they were.
They're sprinting out to the mound right now instead of sprinting off of it. No.
That Super Regional was the day in which, actually a couple days where it just felt like any ball was in the air was either over the fence or threatening to go over the fence. There weren't many pop-ups on the infield.
There weren't many.
That was as exciting against Mississippi State of a Super Regional as we've had in a long, long time.
A couple football scores.
Larson gone 0-2 on that high cheese. Borba up next. They will get a chance to see Robbins and Tinney and Pack and A-Rod again in this game. What's the biggest challenge, KP? Because now it looks like Bird has found again the touch on the pitches to wait 27 minutes and come back out.
I don't know. I think sometimes he gets overstated a little bit, to be honest with you. But I think some is just to make sure you're mentally re-engaged, and then you get back out there. Good play there.
We got a chance. Hudson, nice underhand flip by Hudson to Bird, and they get the out of Larson, who continues to wonder, what do I need to do to get a hit?
Brendan Hudson plays a nice first base. KP, it's one thing to have the range to get to this ball and knock it down, but from your stomach, you've got to lead the pitcher, because this is going to be a bang-banger. He leads him perfectly to the base right there and makes life really easy for Justin Bird.
Well, watch the head of Bird, too. It's catch, head straight down, got to find the bag all at once. It's a lot of things happening right there, and that flip was there in just enough time for him to find the bag.
Borba, bottom of the order, but one of those guys that can ride a ball out even on a night like this with the wind still blowing in directly from center. Instead, a slow roll at a branch at short, and it turned out to be a nice rest after 27 minutes. He'll get a chance to rest again. He threw only 8 to get through the inning. Cozart back to the bump when we return.
Dogs up by 2 here in the top of the 8th. Before the game, Georgia relying on some words of wisdom from Ted Lasso. This was before the game. The sign "Believe" that if you watch the show is up in the locker room. I asked what it was all about, and they said, listen, elimination game, backs up against the wall. Ted Lasso always told his players, believe in yourself first. We touch the piece of paper as we head in the dugout.
I can see that.
You got a new season coming out.
They do. And also may have told Trey Phelps, goldfish, man. Just be a goldfish. Right. Forget everything that's gone on. Right. Turn the page. Not afraid to rock the Believe sweatshirt. Good numbers when they lead by multiple runs. And you got to go all the way back to May. And it was 2-zip and ended up 14-4. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cozart needs to keep this at 2. They'll get 6, 7, and 8. Wynn, Hudson, and Branch. Wynn has struck out 3 times. Oh boy.
That's a ball. It counts 2-1.
260-pound man lost balance on the mound. It's 2 balls and a strike.
I think he caught his front spike.
Oh, he slipped.
He was on top of the rubber. He was on top and his foot just spun.
I haven't listened closely enough. Does he grunt on only fastballs or every pitch?
There's no way they would miss that.
Yeah, I think they'd catch that. I don't know the answer to it, but if it's only fastballs, I think they'd let him know.
Well, he does it again there, and it's a strike on the inside corner. That was my point, because Eduardo Perez is so good at picking up tells on pitchers. That's too obvious.
Yeah, a lot of pitchers do the opposite. They grunt on their changeup just to try to mess with you. And he is just ripping that 4-seamer, KP, and that one is dotted under the hands. Thing arrives in a hurry.
Wynn has struck out all 4 times. Here's Hudson. He has walked a couple of times. And takes one right there. It's 0-1. We are fully engaged. Temperature down a little bit tonight, but that is the area for tarps off left field bleacher. If you're planning on taking your top off, you got company. That is a fastball down the middle at 0-2. Boy, he is painting 96, and he's doing his job. He has struck out 4 tonight.
It would appear that the Georgia scouting report is you're going to get something off speed, because they are freezing on Cozart fastballs right now. And this is back-to-back, 94, 95. This last at 96, right down the middle.
3 strikeout lookings, all on fastballs.
All on fastballs, yeah.
Branch twice tonight has struck out. You saw just how much that moved. What a great angle. As that thing started down the middle, ended up bottom right. Sack bunt turned out to be a very big part of this game.
He hadn't said that much in the Georgia game this year. The sack punt has been a very big part of this game.
We last saw him in the Oregon Super Regional, where all 4 of his strikeouts against Oregon were actually swinging. That sack bunt from Branch then led to a double and an RBI. That one is high from Trey Phelps. They went small ball, did Georgia, who is What, hit the 3rd most home runs in a single season?
Ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
And a bunt and a 60-mile-an-hour dribbler may be what they're going to be remembered for.
Just all makes sense.
2-2. Cheddar right by him into the glove. He strikes out the side. Boys, Pendergrass will lead things off, and then it's the guys they need to get going. Robbins and Tinney ready to be in the middle of it as we go bottom 8 with the Horns down 2. It's College World Series. It is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? It was shaken early, but right now, Georgia's the team that is baking. They got themselves a 2-0 lead over Sam Cozart and company. Very close play at the plate. Second run. Played it there on a sac fly into shallow left field, caught by the shortstop. Banged into by his left fielder, and he beat it by just that much. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the pinch hitter is Josh Livingston. He bats from the left side against Bird. Pendergrass out of the game. Livingston, the senior out of Prosper, Texas, 6 feet. You see his numbers right there on the screen, trying to get on for Robbins and then Tinney. Good take, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got one to hit, sends this one to right. Black is going back, and he's there. That was hit hard off of his bat. But Livingston lines out to right. Latest news, insight, in-depth analysis from the 2026 College World Series. We invite you to visit NCAA.com, your official online home for all NCAA championships. Last time we had 2 shutouts on the same day. Wow, 1973. West Virginia did their job, stayed alive. They won 12-0. Robbins swings right through one. And this feels like, fellas, it may be the time for both these teams. Georgia to get a win and Texas to get theirs. And just like that, Robbins is behind 0-2.
That's the one to hit.
I haven't seen him swing and miss this much all season as he has since he got here.
That was an 80-mile-an-hour cutter that was just hanging right in the middle of the plate.
2 strikeouts, a line out, will not chase. Transferred over the summer. He said he and his inner circle decided they wanted to seek other options from Seton Hall, the best baseball that he could play, and he's been a big part of their success. Bird fires, and that's hit hard up the middle, and Robbins got another one up near his eyes, And he delivers his first hit in a while, but it brings Tinney to the plate as the tying run.
That's the Aiden Robbins we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and it was similar to the pitch he swung through, too. It was another cutter, and that one just kind of hung up in the zone. Robbins squared it up at 103, right back up the middle. And Rav, you said it. It feels like if Texas is going to, well, I guess they're in it. They're only down 2 runs. But if Texas is going to make a run at this thing, it feels like it kind of has to happen right now.
Yeah. Carson Tinney started his collegiate career at Notre Dame. He's got pine tar on the grip of his bat like nobody else. And he looks at strike 1. Three and 24, and then he exploded for 17 and 22 this season with home run balls. Oh boy, that was a backdoor slider that got a piece of the plate. You don't see that very often.
No, that's the one that'll lock you up.
Yeah. Oh, and 2. Right there, called strike 3. He was frozen. And Justin Bird sends Tinney back to the dugout with his 3rd strikeout tonight.
Yeah, and his head's just spinning right now after that. I mean, he got a backup breaking ball he takes to get to 2 strikes. And maybe the thought process is he's going to try to bury one. He buried 94 right down the middle.
We got a lot of hitters thinking too much right now. We are seeing a lot of fastballs being taken for strike 3.
2 down, Anthony Pack Jr., who has struck out, flew out to center. Swings wildly at one that has been a big problem for him here in Omaha. Anything with spin underneath and in on him, he has swung and missed. Okay, Ryan Black is way off the line in right. Pack can get one in the corner. It's a triple and a run.
Outside.
Just missed. He talked about how they've really changed his approach, but the offense, and Georgia was in this situation too until this game, 0 for 9 with runners on, 5 Ks.
That's a great take right there.
That was a very good take.
Pitch you could easily swing over the top of. Now you got to believe they're going to go back to that breaking ball down and in on him that they've used so successfully the 2 times they've played.
He's got the strength to golf one out. He's got 12 homers on the year. No, that's down again, and it's 3-1 to Pack with the guy who has been scalding hot, Adrian Rodriguez, on deck. Great drama here at Charles Schwab tonight in this College World Series winner-take-all game. He walks him. Bat goes to the ground, 1st and 2nd. Well, is there anybody you'd rather have up right now?
I don't think so. Not if you're Texas.
This was the guy that made the catch, then made the throw, and sliding in safely was Black to make it 2-zip on a phenomenal play by Rodriguez, but it's the bat that's got all the attention and requires a meeting on the mound for Georgia.
KP, are these usually what do you like best, or is this usually this is what we like best?
I think it's a combo of here's what the book says, here's what we did before. What do you think of X?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and just make sure that there's total conviction. Because if Wes hears something different, he may call something different just to make sure that Bird believes in what's leaving his hand.
2014 and 21, Texas made it to the 4th elimination game and lost. They have knocked on the door before. Schlossnagle has been there before. This team finished second in the SEC during the regular season as the legendary Troy Tulowitzki calls an offensive timeout. We saw this during the Supers. Pack then laced Mendoza then laced a double down the line and left. Biggest hit of that Super.
Yeah, similar situation. Texas, I think, down 1 in that moment.
Drove in 2.
Gave him the lead.
He's been a wrecking ball. 633 in the tournament, which is the highest since 2009. No bigger spot right now for Bird or Rodriguez. Swings at the first one and misses. 82-mile-an-hour slider. Usually, and certainly the last time he was up, when he was asked what Tulowitzki told him, stay calm in the moment. Let the pitch come to you. Good speed in Robbins and Pack on the bases at second and first. He hits one on the ground to first, fielded there, stepping on the bag, and he could not come through this time. Adrian Rodriguez grounds out. Was it the last chance, the best chance? We'll see as we are through 8, going to the 9th. SVP getting ready, man. Shinnecock, the U.S. Open, World Cup going on, and KP on SportsCenter when we are done. Not done yet, though, in 9th inning. Cozart starts Black off with a strike. Tell you one thing, maybe lost in all the small ball stuff, Justin Bird was phenomenal.
He was, and
has been.
Wes Johnson went to him at the perfect time. Never let the game get interesting from that standpoint. Like, guy got on, boom, here's Bird, and Bird has just locked it down.
And the intent when you bring him in is we want him to finish the game. He's 3 outs away from doing that.
Maddox Mansour is playing center field for Texas. Yeah, they're trying to win a game without hitting a homer, which would only be the 7th game, 4th with 4 or fewer hits, and 3rd with 2 or fewer, which would then lead somebody to say they can win any time a ball game. You know, it's just, at this level, important. They've been opportunistic tonight. Cozart 0-2. That's lined right into center field, and Monster will immediately get it and throw it back in.
Ravi, Kyle and I did a game at Auburn where they won 2-1 last weekend of the year, and we said that in the moment, like, hey, when you get to the Chuck, you might have to win a ball game like this.
Yep.
And it's here it is, 2-0, and they haven't done it much, but they have proven capable of winning a ball game like this.
Well, their pitching has been absolutely fantastic for a team that is known as we just blast balls over the wall and it's almost like an afterthought. Their pitching has been what's got them here. Phelps feeling a little bit better at the plate with a couple of hits tonight. Late on 93. 5th inning, this was it. Jumped all over the first pitch he saw. And that double with a swim move got him dancing, and it got them a run. Oh, popped up, and Cozart is there. He made the catch. He had a chance at first. Phelps almost got in the way of it. How about the Big Bear coming off the mound to make the play?
That can move a little bit now.
Told you he was an athlete. Tremors felt in Omaha.
No question. Put your body on the line, young man. I love it. Secured the catch, and then the presence of mind to get up and try to make a play at first base. What can't this kid do?
Boy, called strike one there to Daniel Jackson. Not sure he agreed with that. It's been another frustrating night for Jackson, who has walked and otherwise struck out twice. Grounded out to second, still with just the one hit in Omaha, and it was a homer. So the big bats between Georgia and Texas have been neutralized.
No question.
I mean, neutralized so far.
Well, we've seen him put a bunch of people away in this situation with the fastball. Let's see if DJ gets himself ready for a fastball. I know he's in an 0-2 count, but you can't let Cozart keep locking guys up with heaters.
Very good fastball hitter. Nope, he went with some spin. That one stays close enough. And Black has to stay put. Black's been on a couple of times, scored a run. He's been very big out of the 9-hole.
Scored the run that caused all the buzz in the 7th.
Yeah, head first dive to beat Tinney's tag. 1-2 set up on the outside. That's where he went. That's where he picks up the strikeout of Daniel Jackson.
A cutter right there. Cozart's been up to 96 with a fastball this time. No, you can see him get around that cutter just enough, and that movement enough to get it off the bat of Daniel Jackson, who's now struck out 3 times tonight.
There's not a lot of closers that can shape the baseball at the level Sam Cozart can. This is a complete pitcher who just happens to pitch at the back end of games.
Does he stay at the back end of games? He's
Well,
gonna be
and he didn't start there this year.
Right.
I mean, he was a starter to begin the season, and then ultimately they liked him at the back end. Remember who their closer was last year? It was Volantis.
Yes.
Who's now worked into their ace. So
they're going to be all right from a starting pitching perspective
the old
next year.
1-2 punch may look okay next year.
They want to make sure this year continues. The 0-1. That ball was lifted to fairly deep left field. Pack is back, and the yard. Watch out! Wow, Monster came running in front of him. And Pack has been involved in a few close ones. Texas pitchers struck out 17 Georgia hitters tonight. 17. And yet Georgia leads 2-0 as we go to the last. Well, the best we know is yet to come because we have games tomorrow and then the College World Series Finals. This one tonight allows you to stay alive. If you lose, your season is over. And what a season for both of these teams, battling through the torturous SEC all year. Georgia wins the regular season. They win the conference tournament. And they get the Longhorns on the rope as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Newman's in center field. Lujo moves to right. And Mendoza will try to get things going here in the bottom of the ninth. This one is towards the seats, and it's going to get into them. We've had great crowds for the night sessions here. We have had great games, really well-pitched games. And we expect the same tomorrow during the day when North Carolina and West Virginia will play. Carolina wins, they move into the finals. 0-2, Bird back again. Hung one, but this ball is popped up on the infield. One down.
KP, it's been one of those nights for Justin Bird. When he throws his good one, he gets a good result. When he throws the bad one,
he gets a good result.
He's getting a good result.
Yeah.
Skip Johnston and his Oklahoma Sooners will get the winner of this one. Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. That is tomorrow night. 2 more games. If any of the teams that come in with the loss, meaning West Virginia and or Georgia or Texas, win, there'll be baseball on Thursday. Starts him off with a strike. Been a big-time struggle bus for Temo Becerra. 0 for 11 in Omaha. This was a guy that was hitting up in the 4-5 spot. He's been moved down as they moved Rodriguez up. 1-1. That's been what the Georgia pitchers have really done to Texas tonight. There have been a lot of half swings, sword swings, lack of conviction on fastballs.
There have not been a lot of hard hit balls at all, really, on either side tonight. It's been dominated on the mound.
For 2 incredible offenses. 1-2 doesn't offer at that. I mean, from an analyst perspective, this has been a great game to be a part of.
We kind of like it.
It's so much. Justin Bird came on in the 5th inning. Here he is trying to close it in the 9th. This one is to right. Lujo is there. He stands and makes the catch, and they are 1 out away from staying alive. And they all know it. Boy, it is amazing. The teams that he has taken here, the job that he has done for years at TCU, at A&M, and now here at Texas. As he told Chris Button in that great piece he did at the beginning, this is so much more than just a job for him. This is his life.
Outside.
What? 1-1 to Larson. Last chance for the Horns. That's foul. You heard about the killer bees. It's been the killer V's for Texas. They're going to remember Volchko and Vigu for a long time.
They put them in position.
Yeah, they have.
Still some hurdles to jump over, but those two have certainly given them their best.
1-2 from Bird. No, 2-2. Swing and a miss. The Dogs do it. They survive to live to play another day, winning 2-0 over Texas. And the end to another very bitter-sweet season for Jim Schlossnagle and his Texas Longhorns. They move into territory they've never been with their 53rd win, which is a program record. The most they've had was in 1990 when they won the national championship. The Dogs and the Sooners tomorrow night. I think it's fascinating. I know we talk a lot about this ballpark, fellas, but man, the script has been flipped. Georgia can win games in which they score 2 runs, and they can pitch. They can really pitch.
And they don't have to hit the ball in the ballpark,
no.
Right? And so the defense is better than people gave them credit for all year long. There's power stuff. And when you get them out of a ballpark that plays as offensive as their home field does, it really shines. And tonight, and really this entire event, the pitching has shined.
I'll tell you the thing, too. I don't remember a team that was 2-1 that was better set up from a pitching standpoint than Georgia is right. They've used 4 arms. Now, Bird's going to be down tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the rest of their bullpen's hot and ready to go.
Yes, it is. And Chris Button is ready to go as well.
Trey, congratulations. Before the 5th, there have been a couple frustrating at-bats for you in Omaha. What changed?
I think just staying with it. Honestly, I came in after my second at-bat when I struck out, and Kobe was like, "You look good." I was like, "I know. I'm about to go do something special." So it was just being able to stay with it, I think, is our biggest thing, because stuff like that is going to happen when you're playing good teams. So just being able to keep my composure and keep my energy up.
What did Wes Johnson tell you today about staying Trey?
Wes came up to me right before my first at-bat. He said, "You know, whether you go 0 for 5, 5 for 5, I don't care what you do. I always love you, and I just want to see you do it and have fun." And kind of just took that today and just have fun no matter what happened.
I think most people would look on paper and see Georgia, Texas, we're going to have a scoring affair. What about the job that your pitching has done throughout this week and tonight in Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing well all postseason. They've been doing a good job of just keeping us in games. They did a great job even yesterday, even though we lost. Aoki did a really good job going the whole game. That was the first time I think we went to the pin all tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, they've been doing such a great job and just leaving it on us to get it done in the batter's box.
Wes said we just want you guys to have some fun today. We get Sour Power up here. How much more fun are we having now?
Oh, yeah, we're about to have a lot more fun. I see the guys are about to start flooding over here, so Sour Power is probably about to get thrown everywhere.
You stand there. I'm going to get out of the way and let everyone. We're coming. Oh, we got more. We got more. Here we go.
Here you go.
Are you going to try one? Scott's over here eating all of them. Come on, try one.
Why not? We'll split it. We'll split it.
I think now 2 days in a row that I've had Sour Power. Well done. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Boys.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Chris Budden. We take a look at our bracket. We are down to the final four of this 2026 Men's College World Series. Carolina, West Virginia gets it started at 2. Oklahoma, Georgia at 7.
It's going to be a great day. The Final Four is about as good as you can ask for. I can't really call it. I think we're going to have 2 coin flip games. I'm fired up.
That's what makes it so good, is there's no clear-cut leader right now, and we get to do it all again tomorrow, boys.
The greatest show on dirt is not disappointed. Texas shut out for only the second time all season. And that will do it for us. Don't forget, Scott Van Pelt Sports Center comes up in just a couple of minutes. KP will be live on that show to bring you his thoughts on what we have ahead. For all of us here, my buddy Chris Burke, Kyle Peterson, Chris Budden, congratulations to Wes Johnson and the Dogs. They live for another day. Bill Palladino, Jeff Evers, and our entire crew in the truck. I'm Carl Ravitch saying we'll see you tomorrow at 2. Thanks so much for watching. Here is my buddy SVP.